There are two chances. Just like you said, Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and you could have scored. At least you could have given, even if you didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this account to say Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have two starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about two. Let my two until they come back. Anybody can collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season.
Watch along of Premier Sports Fan Center and its Group F of the AFCON with the first game in Group F and one of the last game in Match Day 1 at the AFCON 2023 being hosted by Ivory Coast. Is the game between Morocco and Tanzania in a game that promises to be interesting and lots of action in this tie. Morocco are currently the first rated team in Africa, while Tanzania are the last rated team here at the AFCON. It looks like a game between the first rated and the last rated. But we've seen lots of underdogs coming out against the top dogs and getting a victory out of them. Let's see if Morocco will also be getting this victory, or will it be Tanzania upsetting of the #1 rated team in Africa? My name is Adiyemi Shegu, and I'll be your host for today's edition of this watch along of Premier Sports Fan Center. But I'm not alone in the studio, as I have with me Solomon and Yemite. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Shegu. Good evening, Yemite. Another beautiful day to talk about football, and you know. It's about one of the favorite. A lot of people have actually marked Morocco to be one of the favorites of this tournament, to win this tournament alongside Senegal. But most football lovers actually giving that to Morocco, and even the coach of Morocco has actually uplifted his team by saying that they are going to win it, that they deserve to win it. But football sometimes is not calculated like that. I know this is African football. We've seen a lot of upset, and I just hope this is not going to be one of those kind of upset, So that is it so far.
Yeah, mate. Good evening.
Good evening. So good to be in the studio with you guys again. Always amazing. And it's Morocco that is on the cards today. And I think Morocco is just, as far as I'm concerned, is one of those teams that can win. My number one pick will still remain Senegal. But Morocco can be that team if they can get their ass together. They can get there. Because if you look at their progress in the FIFA World Cup, they were playing the bigger teams. And they are playing more pragmatic. It's not different. Playing Tanzania, they are the bigger team. So you can't play pragmatic against Tanzania. So you have to attack. You remember Manchester United. When they play pragmatic against those big teams, you will see them get good results. But when it's time for them to now become the big team, it can be challenging. So let's see if Morocco won't fizzle out with the pressure.
Okay, let's see if Morocco will fizzle out with the pressure. And that is the first chance to Tanzania, but they can keep that in check, and it's going to be a corner kick to Tanzania with the early attack in this game from the Tanzania team. And the last time we saw Tanzania was at the last Nations Cup, where they gave a good account of themselves in that Nations Cup. Let's see if they'll be mounting lots of pressure this time around. I'm still talking about Morocco, who have not won an AFCON trophy since 1976 and finishing third in 1980 and losing the final in 2004 against Tunisia. Let's see if they'll be getting it done this year, 2024, in the 2023 edition of the AFCON. Morocco against Tanzania. And we saw Morocco at the World Cup get into the semi-final, the first African nation to get to the semi-final. And they actually gave a good account of themselves at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Looking at the Nations Cup, yes, it's a different ball game when we come to the Nations Cup.
Yeah, looking at the Nations Cup, there's one thing I love about the Nations Cup actually, is the unpredictability ratio. You hardly can say this is the favorite and they'll just go straight and win it, except for the last team that won it, Senegal, that was the clear favorite. But at this time, I think African football has evolved. And one blessing is that it has evolved from a 16-team format to 24. So that has increased the number of teams that can actually challenge, because playing the qualifier is different from the competition itself. In a qualifier, the way Namibia defeated Tunisia yesterday, there would have been a second leg. But this one is knockout football. So you need to bring your A game and bring in once and for all. So I think the African game has evolved, is improving over time. And that explains how we have been getting some surprising results since the AFCON started on Saturday. It's a good one. We hope that African football can continue to grow in that direction so that we can have more teams to compete. And when there are more teams to compete, the competition will be stiffer. And people have to also rise to the occasion. Now, when there's competition amongst oneself, then you can begin to think of increasing your levels. Even in Europe, that's what is working for them. There are competition on the highest level. That's why you see that is Europe that is taking control of the world football as it stands. So let's just keep evolving till we get to that level.
Let's keep on evolving. I just hope Tanzania can evolve, as the last time the both team faced off was November 21 in the FIFA World Cup qualifier. In the game, Tanzania lost 2-0 to Morocco. Let's see if they can get one back over the Moroccans today. This game is coming up right there at the Leonard Koku Stadium in San Pedro, Ivory Coast, and it promises to be an interesting tie between Morocco and Tanzania. The game is currently in the 7th minute, as Morocco, who are enjoying possession, as I said, the straight one to locate Akim Ziyech there, but that's gonna find the Galatasaray winger on the pitch there. And it's the 7th minute, but this game is looking like Tanzania are taking it to Morocco already.
Yeah, Tanzania are taking it to Morocco already, but let's see how far they can go. It's not how you start, it's how well, consistency is what we're talking about. Yesterday we saw South Africa. They started very, very well, they were playing a similar tactics with the Malians, but they were not consistent enough to hold on to what they have. And but the Malians, they were even growing in their consistency. They were even making it better. And at the end, it paid off for them, and they got that victory. So, but what Tanzania is playing so far, to me, I think it's a good kind of way to play against Moroccans. But if they consist with it, definitely they can pick a point out of it.
Okay, let's say Tanzania will be consistent with the performance against Morocco in this encounter. At the point we had Nigerian coach, what's it called? Amunike coaching Tanzania, and he brought them to their first Nations Cup. Yeah, and he actually did not really bad with the Tanzania team, and I think that was their first appearance at the Nations Cup before coming for the last one, and this is their third appearance at the Nations Cup, and they've actually been evolving rightly.
Yeah, one thing about this job is many of the time it's not who starts the journey that will end it. We knew that Moses started the journey of taking the Israelites to the promised land, but he was not the one that took them into that promised land. So sometimes you can start the job and you might not be the one to finish it. So Amunike has started the job well, took them a step further, and from there they've been evolving and they've been growing, and rightfully so. Looking at the way their game has been evolving, they've really improved, because now looking at the first few minutes of this game, you saw that they are not ready to respect Morocco, though they are not familiar foes. But it doesn't matter actually. Mainly giving respect to your opponent is more psychological.
Yes, and right chance for Morocco with that very first goal, but that was a mistake there from El Nasiri, the Sevilla striker, was playing his 62nd game for Morocco and has 19 goals already for the national team. That was a mistake there from the big
and the defender
striker.
really
that was actually a good one for him there, but he could have just hold on to that.
Yeah, that was a good drop header from the Barcelona loanee.
Abdul Salu.
Yes, that the guy right there. Some names you have to properly rearrange.
Oh, we saw him last season with Barcelona.
Yeah,
one of those promising matches. And he actually gave a good account of himself for Barcelona.
Yeah. So it was you just have to give credit to the defender that was putting him under pressure. So he didn't give him time and space on the ball there. That's why they lost it.
All right, there's the 10th minute of the counter already, and still 0-0 between Morocco and Tanzania. Let's just say who will be giving us the first goal in this lively encounter. And it's looking like there's no more much underdogs in African football, as all the teams are taking big performance to each other.
As far as I'm concerned, there are underdogs.
Okay.
Because
what I'm actually interested in? I want to see one of these small teams win the African this year.
Of course, I like surprises like that. But to say that there are no underdogs, because you can only scream when there's an upset. Why is there upset? Because the team that is expected didn't come to the party. So there will always be underdogs. That's why even the odds, the game you love playing, the odds. That's why the odds.
Abdul Samad, as he took 1-2.
That's a pretty face.
He's still a player. I'm talking about Yahaya. Actually putting his hand up like he didn't do anything much there.
Footballers are lying.
Claiming to be innocent.
Yeah, footballers are lying.
They'll say the game, the send off straight into the hands of Abdul Samad right there on the wing for Morocco, and he might just be a victim of a lot of kicks, and Morocco takes the cross into the box, but easily cut out there by Tanzania. And let's go straight to the starting 11. Morocco's manager Walid Regragou comes out with a 4-2-3-1 formation in this encounter, and the number one goalkeeper is regular suspect Bono, and we have in defense Ashraf Hakimi, Nayev Agad, Romain Saiz, and Mohamed Chibi makes up the defenders in this encounter, and Sofian Amrabat and Selim Amelia makes it into the base of the midfield for Morocco. Up front we have Hakim Ziyech, Azadin Kunai, and Abdul Samad. And up front we have Yosef El Nasiri as the lone striker. Sofian Amrabat, it hasn't really been great for him at Manchester United after that loan deal from Fiorentina.
Yeah, not so good. It's more or less like box to box, marking all through. He's not the ball playing kind of player. And Ten Hag loves to use the ball. I'm surprised with the Ten Hag that's playing in that's coaching Man U right now, because that tactics I don't understand, because I can't see any structure on ground. In Ajax, we saw proper structure. We saw proper way of playing. But right now, I don't see that in Manchester United. So I think that will affect Amrabat too. Because when you look at Amrabat, he is this player that loves doing the marking. It's more or less like the Kante kind of marking player, but not as effective as Kante. But he loves marking. So what you just do is put a player that can play with the ball beside him. He marks, get the ball, and give it to the player to distribute. And the hallmark of the successful Chelsea season in 2021 that won the Champions League, Jorginho the ball passer, Kante the ball marker. But I think Amrabat, you can enjoy him more in this Moroccan setup because they have another midfielder that can pass the ball. His job is just to mark.
Okay, his job is just to mark, let's say, even Sofian Amrabat will give another good performance of himself into this tie. And not just this tie alone, in the AFCON 2023, it will be one of the reasons why Morocco might be getting their second AFCON title. Talking about big teams who haven't really performed at the Nations Cup, Morocco is one of them. And they've always been a regular customer when it comes to qualifying for the AFCON. But having just won AFCON in all their entire history, and they've always been one of the best teams when it comes to African football. Yeah. But just like South Africa and the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they can't really talk about having those high numbers of AFCON trophies.
When you look at what Morocco have done in the African Cup, a lot of people will be surprised that it just once they have won it because their names sound louder than the number of AFCON they've won. And if you wonder, since 1996 and 1976 they won the AFCON. 50 years up to now they've not won the AFCON again. But their name came louder after the World Cup. And that is why a lot of people have actually given them that opportunity. That favorite position to win the AFCON this time around. But let's see how it plays out if it is going to work. Honestly, their name is bigger than their achievement.
And when you look at Morocco is more or less like Arsenal Football Club, nearly united. They usually get close and they dash the hope of their faithful. So they've actually done something profitable. Though they entered the semi-final of the World Cup, they didn't still win it. So we can only celebrate getting them to. If not for the shallow mentality in Africa in the world football and World Cup, how can you celebrate a team getting to the semi-final?
That's the best. That's the first time.
Yes,
they broke a record.
I agree. They didn't just break. Yes, they smashed the record. Yes, but at the same time, as far as I'm concerned, it's not something to celebrate. What do they have to show for it? Where's the medal?
On the finish as the first. Back to Tanzania starting 11. The manager Adel Amorochi, the Algerian set out with a 4-3-3 formation in this encounter. So the manager of Tanzania is actually an Algerian playing against Morocco. So it should be playing against the familiar foe. Is also a former Algeria international. And looking at the starting 11, it is Simba SC goalkeeper Manula starting in this encounter, and in the fence we have Aji. Noga, Bakari Mondo, Ibrahim Ahmed Bakar, and Mohamed Essani making it in the defense. And the midfield we have Mudatiru Yahya, Ahmed Mao Kami, and Novastus Dismas. Okay. In attack, we have the captain, Samata, who plays for Paok. And we also have Charles Bowa and Thierry Alarikia. A lot of problems today. Okay, we are in the 16th minute of this encounter and looking at the formation by the two managers and trying to apply it into what we've seen for the past 17 minutes of this game. It has really been an end-to-end stuff and both teams sizing each other out in the style. Looking at the first 17 minutes, what do you think has been impressive in this game?
Honestly, I want to give it to Tanzania because nobody would have given them that opportunity to have been able to stand the Moroccans up to this moment. If you look at the formation, it's a balanced formation that actually kept the Moroccans at bay. They try, and every time they have that low block too, but it is like, they draw their back line and they know when to move and they know when not to move against the Moroccans. So everybody, no people did not expect that from them because if you ask a lot of pundits now, they'll be saying, okay, Morocco 4 or 3 goals to nil against Tanzania. But the way it's going, I'm gradually changing my mind because maybe Morocco will want to come with their best in the second half. But so far, so good. So far, so good. I want to give it to the Tanzanians.
Back into the game is Hakimi on the ball there. Hakimi finds and holds onto that ball and releases it to Ziyech. And Ziyech holds onto it and passes across into the box. So that's box, that's straight into the box, but easily cut out there by Tanzania. Will be clearing their lines, but back into the hands of Morocco. And it's 18-minute gone in this game as Morocco taking the pressure onto the Tanzanian, trying to dominate play right now. Let's see if they'll be turning domination into a goal. I'm talking about Hakim Ziyech. It's always a different Hakim Ziyech whenever he plays for Morocco, unlike his club side.
Hakim Ziyech loves playing for Morocco. Though there was a time he had issues with their former coach that he left. But when you look at the way Hakim Ziyech, look at him very well at the World Cup, he gives almost his all. As far as I'm concerned, he gives his all for his national team. And that's the way to go. Shedding your sweat and blood sometimes on the field of play for your country. Because, hey, club football will come and go. That's the country that you will have to stay forever till you leave this world. So it's very important for you to show how committed you are to your national team. And you have to give ZHS some credit on that.
Ruben Sears on the ball there, sends one back to West Ham defender Hagar there. And Hagar finds out Sofian Amrabat in the midfield. And Amrabat goes straight into the hands of Hakim Ziyech and sends one into it. Back in play there is that is a big tackle there on the Moroccan Hakimi there. I'm talking about the PSG right back. That is going to be a free kick to Morocco. And quickly taking there, it's Amrabat who is on the ball there, sends one to Kunai, who goes back into the hands of Agad in defense, and Agad holds onto that and finds Sofian Amrabat, who has really been impressive in this game. He has been the one taking and dictating the passes in the midfield for Morocco. Agad sends one straight into the box where he tries to find his striker there, but that finds his way into the hands of Hakim Ziyech, who will take on his man comfortably there and easily caught out there by Tanzania, who will be attacking against Morocco. And it's Tanzania eating Morocco on the counter there, but that was just too much for Tarim to meet them. Sorry, the captain Samata, who plays for PAOK in Germany, in Greece. And back in it's Morocco, who are in possession in the 20th minute, and Hakim Ziyech seems to be the likeliest wing for Morocco to find something in this game.
Yeah, it looks likely like Morocco are trying to settle down right now. Sometimes you can attribute some opponents coming towards you as initial grab. So let's just see if Tanzania can hold their own, because for the last 5 to 8 minutes now, Morocco has been coming on the attack, and it has been dangerous attack. Though they've not really created a clear-cut chance, but they are just sending a proper message that, hey, we are just trying to settle in. When we settle in, we can hurt you and hurt you badly. So, and I think that message is beginning to get to the. Look at every time you find a man in the box, there's somebody to support, and that's a hallmark of a team that is well coached.
Okay, that is the hallmark of a team that is well coached, and you have to give it to the current Africa best coach Walid Ragragu, the manager of Morocco in this competition, and back into the hands of Tanzania goalkeeper Manula, who finds his left back Husseini, who goes straight into the other half, but easily cut out there by Morocco. Hakim Ziyech sends us straight into the midfield, but easily cut out, and it's Tanzania with an opportunity to attack against Morocco, but Morocco are back in their box and defending in numbers, but still being played by the Tanzanians there. What would they make out of this? And they try to locate one or two, but easily cut out there by the big man Saiz there, who sends one straight into the midfield where he finds Amalia, and Amalia on the ball there goes straight into the other half. What would they make out of this? Try to cut in,
that should be a yellow card.
Dispossessed there, but illegally by the Tanzania midfielder there. It's going to be a free kick to Morocco, and that was Abdul Samad being brought down. Again. That is the first yellow card of this game. I need Mao has just gotten the first yellow card in this encounter.
Yeah, first yellow card deservedly. And it shows now that the pressure is beginning to eat up in the encounter. You see, teams like Morocco that they want to win the competition. This is the way to go. That was a harsh tackle. That is deservedly. Teams like Morocco like this that wants to win this competition. This is the way to go. You settle in, and when you know what you know how to do, there's no need to rush. So you settle in and you defeat your opponent convincingly. Now, for the last 10 minutes of this game, Morocco has completely dominated the game, pushing Tanzania back and further back. How long can they chase the ball around? It's left to be seen.
Okay, it's left to be seen how long they can chase the ball around in this encounter. And still to come later tonight is the last game in match day 1, and still in Group F, DR Congo against Zambia, and that also promises to be another interesting football from Africa in the AFCON 2023. Morocco back in possession of the ball and holds onto it. What will he be making out of it? He tries to locate his teammate there, Amila, and Amila on the ball comes back into the midfield, and it's still Morocco leading in possession there. In the sense, one straight into the midfield is Amrabat on the ball there, and Amrabat finds Hakimi on the ball there, and it's Hakimi holding onto it and finds up ZH. And it has really looked like the initial gragra we saw from Tanzania in this game has really cooled down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has actually dropped. Unlike the first 10, 15 minutes of the first half, right now is the 23rd minute. They've actually dropped. And now it is the Moroccans who are actually coming to them. But I wonder what they want to achieve. But I know they can still do better. Probably they have their own plan too. They have their own game plan too against the Moroccans. They want to also let them have a feel of the game and probably take them on counter. Probably that's what they are planning. So, but let's see if it works out.
Okay, it's the 24th minute and they have to take a break for cooling break in this encounter. It's a hot weather, a harsh weather right there in Ivory Coast.
and it's funny, the uncooling break is 24th minute. It's usually
30th minutes, but it's looking like the weather is
Maybe
so
it's
hot
really
and the players
too
have
hot.
to just
And one thing about the Moroccans, they are the first to come to this Cup of Nations. They came 10 days before the Cup of Nations just to acclimatize. And probably they fixed the match, but the match did not work out. So they came and they must have acclimatized themselves with the Cote d'Ivoire environment. And to me, I don't think it's going to be a problem to them already because they are already used to the hot weather.
You can't be used to any weather in 10 days. It's not possible.
At least to some extent.
It can be better, but you can't be used to any weather in 10 days. Even, time zone. Maybe you stay in China, you just come to like Nigeria. You can't get so used to it even in 10 days. It is slowly.
It is slowly, yeah. But 10 days is still a good number to get to some extent.
And that's a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay, right now, we're in the 25th minute of that encounter between Morocco and Tanzania, and it's still 0-0 between both teams. We can see the captain of Tanzania, Samata, the power oak striker. Let's see, he will be bringing that experience into the side. And Hakimi is also on the stage, plays for PSG and one of the best right back right there in the world of football. Let's go straight to ball possession where Morocco has actually been the better of this two sides with 53% of ball possession, while Tanzania has reduced to 47% of ball possession. Just one shot we've seen in this game, 0 shots on target from both teams in the first 26 minutes of this encounter. We just hope to see if there will be attacking threats from both teams in this encounter. Looking at it, the players are back on the pitch after that cooling break, and I think at that moment during the cooling break, the coaches will have the opportunity of talking to the boys.
Yeah, opportunity to tell them one or two mistakes that they've been making, but it's an it's an opportunity for them to actually regroup, especially for Tanzania that are looking shaky and maybe a bit scared now that Morocco is coming at them. So they just need to calm down, stick to the game plan, and maybe they can see spaces to exploit out of Morocco.
Let's see if they can get spaces to exploit out of Morocco. We'll be looking to be the first North African team to get a victory in the 2023 AFCON after the total draw between Egypt and Mozambique. We also saw Angola, Algeria. And we also saw Tunisia lost 1-0 to Namibia. Let's see if Morocco will be getting the first victory for the North Africans. But like always, when North Africa comes to the southwest, to the south, West Africa, sorry, not southwest, to the West Africa, they're always finding it hard to perform in Africa.
Maybe the weather is one of those things, or maybe it's just the luck of the competition. And we saw the competition Cameroon hosted. Egypt did well; they got to the final. So it happens like that. It's just the wave of the game, not necessarily where the competition is being played. The wave of the game in Africa now is beginning to expand past the powerhouses we have right now. Teams are beginning to try to look at Mauritania. They took the game to Burkina Faso yesterday, and Burkina Faso was just lucky.
They almost got to draw.
Yeah, look at Namibia. They stood up and they rose up to the fight and they got all 3 points. So it's just about the game evolving to a better level in all those so-called average teams.
Okay, let's see if there will be another victory for an average team in this encounter. Let's see if Tanzania will be getting an upset victory over Morocco. It's the 28th minute of this game, and still 0-0 between Morocco and Tanzania. No shot on target from both teams, and it's Samad on the ball there. It sends one into the box, but easily cut out there by Tanzania, and easily picked up by the goalkeeper Manula, who keeps Samba FC right there in Tanzania. And when you know Samba, if you know Samba FC, you know they're one of the biggest team when it comes to African football. Let's just say if they'll be getting that upset victory in this game over Morocco. And I'm very sure the gaffer is always a believer of upsets happening.
Of course, football is upset, and that's what makes it interesting. And that's why they say sometimes to predict maybe anybody meets. Everybody predict and miss sometimes. Sometimes we are lucky to get it. But one thing, I just want Tanzania here to do something spectacular in this match by getting their first victory in the AFCON, because this is their 7th match in the AFCON now. They played 6 out of it. They've lost 5 and they drew 1. The best they got was a draw. So if they can get their first one, we saw Namibia got their first victory in the AFCON yesterday. So if Tanzania can do that, I always like upset. It makes me very happy when the one they call mine. I don't want to call them underdogs. The less favorite.
The average team. Just call them the average.
So when they win, it makes me happy. Yeah.
Okay, it's a free kick to Morocco, and it's Hakim Ziyech and Makini standing on this, so we know how dangerous these two players can be from set pieces situation. But let's see if Manula is up to the task, or will he be conceding another goal for Tanzania, who has never kept a clean sheet in the 6 matches at the tournament. And let's see, is Hakim Ziyech.
That is a goal!
That is the first goal for Morocco, and Morocco has just broken the deadlock. And it's that man, number 6, Saiz, who just scored for Morocco. What a way to start the tournament. And for the 7th time, Tanzania can't keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, they can't keep a clean sheet. Sometimes it takes longer than usual to breed up talents that can rise up at the biggest stage. There's game tactics, there's a coach input, but there's one primary side to it, which is the talent. You need that talent.
Look at that free kick. He almost scored the goalkeeper wrong.
Yeah.
Because he was already moving to the wrong. Was that deflection? Because he just came back to try and get his blushes there.
I think it was. There was. I think most likely there
on the
been
ball.
little-
Ball just
Let's see.
let's see the fight.
He pointed the ball.
It's the ball.
It's a fight.
It's
It's
the
a
ball.
ball fight that actually changed direction there. And that was the first goal from Roman Zaiz, who plays for Ashabad in the Saudi Arabia League. We saw him with Wolverhampton at points in the EPL, and he's not really a new defender when it comes to the game of football.
Yeah, it's not a new defender. It's a good way to start into this competition, especially looking at how the other teams are fared. But Egypt took the lead too, so it's still very slim. So let's see.
I was about to talk about the goal. This kind of goal, this is exactly the kind of goal they scored against South Africa yesterday. After a free kick and the rebounds, the defender were not able to recover immediately. At every point in time, the defenders should be on alert.
And they have to be careful with how they just fly into the tackles. And that is another flying tackle right there from Tanzania. And they'll be getting their 2nd yellow card in this game. It's just the 31st minute, and it's Morocco leading 1-0 in that encounter. And that yellow card was picked up by the number 20 for Tanzania. Novastus Dismas will just pick up that yellow card in the 32nd minute. 2nd Tanzania player and 2nd midfielder picking up a yellow card.
Yeah, 2nd midfielder. Now it narrows them down in the marking in the midfield. And when the midfield is off, then what else? Uwani is one of that prospect in Europe right now. Yeah. That some teams are looking out for really, because since that performance in the World Cup, some eyes are on him, and it seems he has topped that performance.
He made that move away from his club to Olympic Marseille right now where he plays.
Yeah, Olympic Marseille is not big enough.
He's actually giving a good account of himself at Olympic Marseille.
Yeah, and top clubs are really looking out for him.
I was actually even expecting Chelsea to actually make that move for him during
I'm not a fan of
He's a player full of energy.
Yeah, he has the energy, the attacking prowess.
For someone that has that small body stature.
Yeah, more or less like Kante kind of guy, but he is just an attacking midfielder. So I think Uwani would be a good process for the future. Maybe growing into that.
Another free kick for Morocco, and it's Hakim Ziyech standing on this. And I've seen him score from this situation against Chelsea when it was at Ajax Let's see if he'll
It's
get
even a
that in the
corner.
back. But as a goal kick to Tanzania as that big man Salim Ameli couldn't keep that down. There's going to be a goal kick right here for Tanzania.
Yeah,
It was really big pressure for Tanzania for the past 10 minutes. That was actually bad Northern there.
Yeah.
He was free on target there.
Yeah, he was really, he had time and space on that ball to actually power that header to a very good place. But hey, he's an header. Sometimes you can just get it all wrong. That's why header is very difficult for even goalkeepers to save, and talk less of the one to make the attempt. So it happens like that sometimes, but when it continues like that, that's where there will be a problem, because he's the big man up front. He needs to start getting the goals. Some of his goals were very, very important for them at the World Cup. So he has done it before with them. He should be doing it again. Consistency is the bane of this business.
Okay, you can actually put your biro down and start writing those quotations from Yemite in this game. Whenever he's in that mood, you get those biblical quotations. Probably myself, Passero learned from him. I've seen a lot of biblical quotations from Passero. And today, in the press conference for the Super Eagles, was saying that victory. There was a way he quoted it. I'll get that quotation.
Victory come from God.
Victory come from God. And that was after the game. But this one, yes, he was almost mentioning something like that.
Again.
It's God that give and it's God that take. We can
Somebody
only
that
those chances. But it's only
You
God
know,
that give us those
you know,
goals.
when you see people that sound like that so much, many of them tend to use it to hide under their
weaknesses.
Not just weakness, their laziness, or maybe their lack of delivery. So they tend to just switch to that mode and know that it will cover up their excesses. But hey, many of the times, even if you can work at it, it's good. But you have to do your own bit.
But after that press conference, I have to just take my mind off the tomorrow game.
No,
Like,
you just
okay.
have to. You just have to. Blessed is not in the Bible, but
So the
blessed
thing is,
is it that is not expectant.
No, but the thing is that
For they shall not be
Pesoro
disappointed.
has moved our hope on him, and he has given us the opportunity to put our hope on God. So what else? You don't need to blame him.
Is he God? Wait, is he only Super Eagles that has God? All these ones, Morocco, Senegal, they don't have God, Abi.
God is the maker of it all. If not for
All
God,
of us, we are
if
looking
not
for
for God,
God.
do that of us is just good. As the start of playing on this counter is Morocco against Tanzania, and God has been on Morocco's side with Morocco leading in this encounter in the 36 minutes, causing that goal from that big captain Romain Saiz in this encounter, and it has really been Morocco everywhere against Tanzania. And it's still in possession right now. Is Morocco holding on to it in the midfield, and it's Amelia who will be turning that into the midfield, and it's Morocco through what's it called back Ziyech through that shot, but easily saved there by Manula, and it's all for a corner kick to Morocco in the 36th minute. A lot of pressure, big pressure against Morocco in this style. Look at how
And most likely, if he has scored that ball, maybe it would have gone down for an offside right there, because there were two men in front right there for Morocco. But hey, it's not a goal, so they have a corner kick that is about to be taken by Hakimi, and let's just see if he can convert that one in this delicate area.
Okay, Zakimi will stand it on that corner kick, and let's see what he'll be making with the big man in the box. Saiz is there, and we also have Amala, in the box also. And these are tall players that are capable of getting their head on some of these crosses. And the referee has cited an infringement in the box and talking to Agard. Talking about Agard, he has actually been one of the mainstream defenders right there for West Ham this season.
Yeah, he has been solid for West Ham. Really, really important player for them.
That's taken quickly there, but easily cut out there by Tanzania, who has been doing lots of defending in this encounter. And they tried to eat Morocco on the counter, but easily cut out there. And it's going to be a throw-in to Tanzania in the 37th minute of this encounter. Easily recovered there by Morocco. It's Akib Ziyech on the ball there, and he tries to dribble his man and send it to Amrabat, who returns it back into the hands of Saiz, who sends it to Chibi, and Chibi comes straight into the midfield where he finds Habib Samad Sazoli back in the midfield into the hands of Amrabat there. And Amrabat sends one straight into the hands of Hakimi, and Hakimi sends it back into Unai. and back into a throw into Tanzania. I'm very sorry if I'm murdering some names here today, but it's
One
just what it is. That's the first substitution in this account. Is Tanzania will be making that substitution with the number 11 being withdrawn. That is Alakai being withdrawn out of this encounter. And the first it looks like it's the first substitution for Tanzania, and it's that man Simon Yusufa who has been thrown in by the coach. Let's see what he'll be bringing into this remaining about 13 more minutes to go in this first 7 or 8 more minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, 7 or 8 more minutes to go, and you have to look at it with the additional time that might pop up for the cooling break, maybe 3 minutes or thereabout. And there's still time for Tanzania to come back into this game.
But they've not really played like a team that wants to come back.
Yeah, they've not played, but there's half time to discuss. And I think the coach should come up with something. I've seen
yes,
some...
a chance for Morocco, and the Germans is man. Oh, we're going to keep that down there. And it's that big man who has been full of threatening for the Moroccans in this game. And Samad Zalzoli right there with that chance. As he tumbles this man, turns him in and out. We're going to keep that down.
Yeah, that's what we call them. Show me your
number. I just wonder what went wrong with the Tanzania side. What actually transpired that actually changed?
What happened is that Morocco had not settled into that game. So they were doing initial gra-gra. So when Morocco settled, they took it all off. So that's what happened. It's not as if Tanzania was so special. Some teams, it takes them... Okay, for instance, the Super Falcons at the FIFA World Cup, it takes them time to settle. But once they settle and hit the ground running, my goodness, they can be very, very terrible. And that's what Morocco is doing.
Okay, let's see if Tanzania will be coming back into this game as it's the 40-minute mark already in this encounter. And it's still Morocco who are 1 goal up, cutting that 30th-minute goal from Romain Saiz in this encounter. 2 yellow cards already in this game to Tanzania player Anid Mao Mikami and Nova Susan Dismas are the 2 players who have been shown yellow card in this game. And Morocco continues to grow in momentum as they have 56% of ball possession against Tanzania, who has 44% of ball possession. It has really been a home and try and holiday for Bono in goal post for Morocco in this time. He hasn't really faced anything in this game.
Yeah, he has not really faced any serious goal attempt. But we know he has seen Bono to be one hell of a goalkeeper. Even penalties, time for penalties, it can be really, really terrible. And I can't wait to see Morocco, Zambia. Let's just see what Zambia can do.
Even Morocco, Congo.
Yeah,
that is on that side that can test Morocco in this competition.
Yeah.
Against Morocco running across the line there, but easily cut out by Tanzania, who have been having a lot of problem holding onto the ball in this game. And they finally have an opportunity of stringing about 3 to 4 passes together, and it sends one straight into the hands of Baka on the ball. Then Baka finds Nodo, and it's Nodo who sends one straight into the midfield where he finds Ihaya, and it's still back into the defense where we see the ball with Nodo, and Nodo sends one back into the hands of the goalkeeper Manula, who finds Baka on the ball. Then sends back to Nolo in the defense for Tanzania in the 41st minute, and Tanzania playing very deep with their defenders and passing around the line and not going out of their own box to threaten the Moroccans in this encounter. 41st minute of this game, and it's still 1-0. Morocco leading Tanzania in the 23rd 2023 African Cup of Nations right there in Ivory Coast, and this marks Tanzania's third appearance at the Total Energies CAF African Cup of Nations. After 1980 and 2019, they finished at the bottom of their group on both occasions, losing 5 of their 6 matches, and they've only drawn 1, and they're on course to lose their 6th match out of 7 games.
Yeah.
Not really the kind of performance you expect for a team, but no, they are still one of those small teams.
Yeah, they're still one of those average teams right there, but hey, there's still time to grow and evolve. This game now, it should be a learning curve. At least of a way not to start a game and a way not to continue in a game. So if they can learn, one thing I see is that they can't really match Morocco talent for talent. And when you cannot match talent for talent, be pragmatic, soak the pressure and eat on the counter. That's one of the things I like about Namibia yesterday. They didn't want to come and play sugar-coated football. They came, they knew that talent for talent, they can't really match Tunisia. And they stuck with that typical African game whereby you play with strength.
Just send those
You
crosses in.
send those load the box.
Load the box.
The one that you defend like you defend with your lives, and they got the victory. Sometimes it's about the result, not how you got the result.
That's talking about one manager that comes to mind with that talk. Jose Mourinho,
Yeah,
who
lost
has
his
just got
job.
the sack at AS Roma.
And there's this thing that they're beginning to push on Twitter, Twitter analysts a lot here and there, that
Chelsea.
Super Eagles.
Oh, he introduced Jose Peseiro to the Super Eagles.
He didn't introduce.
That was
what was pushed. It was just. Amanyu Punit was just trying to sell him to Nigerians because after the red uniform of home that he got at Venezuela, he had to find something.
Don't let Amanyu Punit hear that.
It's the truth.
It's the power that young man. United right there in the midfield. Wani, sorry, right there in the midfield, and he has been brought down there by the Tanzania captain Samata, who has been doing a lot of defending for Tanzania in this account. And look at that beautiful free kick from Hakim Ziyech and the rebound here from Saiz. And the goalkeeper, where was the goalkeeper going?
I don't understand. That's what I don't understand, because you know that Ziyech is standing behind the ball. It's one of those very good free kick takers. Man, you can explain further. So you just need to be careful, and you just move like that. I know he hasn't seen the flight of the ball. You already thought he lifted the ball above the wall. So when he could have and he played it to his former position, that he could have just held easily. Terrible.
Yes, Unani on the ball there, and holds it on. Finally wins Morocco a throw-in right there in the 45th minute of this encounter. Time has just been ticking. It has really been an interesting first half, though just one goal, but has really been it in this first half. Look at that piece of skill from the Olympic Marseille midfielder. And the corner kick was quickly taken by Morocco and into the box. Is Hakim Ziyech on the ball, but easily caught out there by Tanzania, who will be looking to attack, but won back by Morocco. And it's Amrabat, who is easily figured with his head in the right there. And it's Morocco with another chance. Is Hakim Ziyech. Oh, but dribbles one too many there and lost control of the ball. And Manula came to the rescue for Tanzania.
I don't know why he chose to dribble there. He just take that shot once and try to pick your spot, but it seems he touched.
That was actually a good defense.
Yeah, that was good defense.
Defender back there, you have to just
with the knee right there, and
it was almost the dribbling was getting him. Actually,
he used his knee.
Yes,
that's good defending. He had to take that for the team.
I'm very sure Tanzania can't wait for this first half to come to an end. They've really been on the back end in this encounter against Morocco. But they hold on to the ball, a lot of passes, but all the passes has been within their own territory.
Yeah, being within their own territory. If you look at it in the last, it's like almost like the last 15 minutes, Bono have not touched ball except for a back pass. As if for a back tap, they've not giving him some trial to see how good he will be in this World Cup, and let him improve himself. This Nations Cup, and let him prove that he's the best in one of the best in Africa.
He's actually the African best goalkeeper currently. Talking about Bono of Morocco, he gave a good account of himself at the World Cup. Though it's no more in Europe, I think that's one of the reasons why people don't really see him. It's off the radar right now.
Yeah, off the radar. Saudi Arabia. Who doesn't want to get the money?
A lot of players wanting to come back to Europe
because of the weather, and they just struggling to settle in. There are laws. You can't just wear things anyhow in Saudi Arabia. You can't just go to some places anyhow. You can't just take alcohol anyhow. So those laws is beginning to restrict them. And you can see Anderson looking for the next available flight to get that.
He has actually gotten a loan deal, or he'll be joining Ajax after terminating his deal with Al Etafek. Back into this encounter, we are in additional minutes of the first half. It looks like Morocco will be taking this 1-0 lead into the halftime break, and that is going back into the hands of Bono. The only time we've seen Bono threatened has been passes from his own teammates to him in this encounter. Samata hasn't really lived up to expectations in this encounter, and let's just hope he'll be coming back into this game in the second half. Morocco enjoy possession of the ball, and that big man who I just hope he won't get injured in this game is Ezazoli, who has really been lot of tackles on that young man.
Yeah, it's the tormenting, one of the players that's tormenting Tanzania. I wanted to say the tormentor in chief.
Well, you remember there's also Ziyech.
There's also Ziyech. There's why they're there too. So I think he needs to be careful. The take-ons. When you are taking on players, one of the things that ended Hazard's career untimely. When you are taking on players, you have to think about yourself. Don't romance the ball too much. You can dribble from far. You know, you have to talk about Messi. Messi can dribble you from afar. You won't even have any chance to even attempt to foul him. We saw Ronaldinho. So there are better ways of dribbling. You don't have to go so close where you get those very terrible tackles that could end the career on time.
Okay, start minutes of 3 minutes additional time by the central referee. Let's just see any moment from now we'll be having the referee call this game to a half, and his Morocco sending one straight into the other half, but easily cut out there by Tanzania. Why not in the rush to attack against the Atlas Lion of Morocco? And it's halftime right there at San Pedro, with Morocco taking a 1-0 lead into halftime as the referee has just called this game to a pause.
Yeah, referee called the game to a pause. Exciting first half right there. ZH came to the party. Onai came to the party, and Zulu too came to the party. But it's a nursery that is still not dancing to the music. So let's just hope that second half, if the nursery can come to dance to the music, get second goal, and just a goal cushion and 2 goal cushion will actually help them to avoid what happened to Egypt earlier, I think on Sunday right there. So it's very important for them not to lose their legs on the pedal. They need to continue to do what they are doing right. Because one thing about first half to second half is that you don't know what the other tactician have in mind against you. And that was what worked against Egypt. They were shocked with the way Mozambique came at them in there. Before they got any answer, they were 2-1 down. So yeah, it's very, very risky. And I have to comment on what Morocco did. They had so many chances. When you have your opponents where you want them to be, kill them off so that they don't have any iota of hope for coming back. It's very, very important. Because if Egypt too are taking those chances they had in the first half, extend the lead, maybe they wouldn't have drawn that game. So the same thing will go for Morocco. You don't know the Tanzania that will show up. Don't think because you are 1-0 up, you are home and dry. There's still 45 to 50 minutes to play the second half.
Okay, looking at the statistics of this game, that's really been a total domination from Morocco in this encounter. Let's take a look at Tanzania's statistics for the first half. 44% of ball possession, 0 shots, 0 shot on target, 0 shot off target, and 0 block shots in the first half.
Yeah.
Not really an impressive
No,
performance from Tanzania in the first half.
No,
Not really. It actually showed that they have a very bad attackers. And probably not only the bad attackers, even from the midfield, they don't serve them.
It's the ball that gets to the attack.
Yeah. So they don't serve them very well. So the link up play between the midfielders and the attackers is to me is zero. A full first half, no shot on goal, no shot on target. No, even try give us one off shot. There is none. So they have to wake up in the second half and come with that. And I'm talking about Morocco. They've actually had a very good first half. If you look at, they are psychologically balanced. They are settled. They are not in haste. They are not even, they are well balanced. And it puts them in a very good condition to play against Tanzania. It is the Tanzania right now who have overrated them, and that was why the coach sometimes. Of course,
was there any rating coming into it? Because if you're talking about rating coming into this game, out of the 24 teams at the Nations Cup right there in Ivory Coast, Tanzania are the lowest rated team, and they're playing against the toughest rated team in Africa. It's first against
it's by rates, but sometimes these statistics don't work the way they present them. If you're the best in the world, the 100 in the world can defeat the best in the world. But the Tanzania, that's why I say they allow that rating to enter them at the point. That was why they withdraw. But if they had continued what they were doing in the first 15 minutes of the match, they would have gotten.
That was when Morocco were yet to
get into the game. Yeah, they would have continued. Even though when they got into the game, they would have tried. But at the point, they over-relaxed. They over-went back and they were not in the game. So,
do you think they over-relaxed? Or Morocco grew into that game?
No. It's not being relaxed. When you see the game, when they started, Tanzania wanted to start attacking, but the defense of Morocco was solid. So it took time for the midfielders to start dictating the pace of the game. Now they started from the left wing, from Zulu. Now, when Zulu was taking the ball, he tried to take on one or two. The other players were gradually settling in. When it, from the 10 minutes, 8-10 minutes mark, Morocco fully settled in and they took over the game. But one thing that will affect Morocco if they keep starting game like this is when they play against teams like Senegal. Because those teams might not give them space to even settle down. Not the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Maybe
Talk Guinea. Teams like Guinea. So
yeah, no,
Mali.
You talk about Senegal, Mali, and we look at maybe Ivory Coast they host. So they won't give them time. And if you want to become the best, you cannot escape the best.
Okay, now right now we've seen almost all the teams plays their first game in the AFCON. Just remaining one more game. DR Congo versus Zambia, and that game is coming up at 9 p.m. I'm looking at the first matches we've seen around all the centers. If you have to pick, what looks likely to be going to the final?
Oh, with the way I see things, I look at it and I think Mali for me one of those things because I'm not fully convinced about Senegal yet because of what Gambia. I will need to see their second game. But from the first game, the composure, the tactical ability of the coach, look at it. How many coaches can substitute the best name, the biggest name in their team because he saw it clearly? Your capacity to even see that biggest player is the problem is one good quality because many of the times sometimes you can look and not see. So that means he's looking and he's seeing. Because when you see what Bezuma was playing, he was struggling in that game. Immediately we drew him and brought that guy. It was as if
it was a
magic.
But what's the problem with Bezuma right now? Because we have Haidara playing as the as a defensive midfielder for for Mali, and that is one of the positions Bezuma plays.
I don't think it's Bezuma's fault. It's the tactics.
That's it. Because yesterday we saw him playing as the attacking midfielder
I think
for Mali.
Those 3 pivot players is too much. For who? For South Africa is too. You just play 2 pivot diamond formation. Play Bizuma and Idara in the 2 pivot. They can mark, they can distribute the ball. In fact, that will give them more vision because they can see from behind rather than playing ahead. So you just bring like the guy Koulibaly that came in, play him in front. He's fluid, he has space. And those 2 pivot players, one can be offensive while the other defensive, and they can understand each other.
It's just happened as Tottenham because you see Bizuma and Sa plays that pivot role. They played fantastic well, full of energy.
And so that's why I don't think it's Bizuma's fault really. Is Bizuma struggling to play into that kind of formation the coach set up, and I think the coach would have learned from that.
Okay, we'll see the first half in this account and looking at the formation and performance from Morocco in this game. Hakim Ziyech and Zoli has been the tormentor in chief against against Tanzania in the first half.
Yeah, Zoli mainly has been really tormenting those guys. Well, he has been getting too many tackles on him. I just hope they don't lose him for this Nations Cup.
Not even just this match.
Not this match, Nations Cup, because he picks a growing, he might be out. So they need to talk to him. These players are already on him. So you don't need to keep the ball all the time. Take 1-2 touches, and when you want to dribble, let it be the time your opponent least expect. That's why you have players like Messi. They can span a whole season without really getting one single. They know when to dribble and when not to. It's very important for longevity in the game. So he's still young. He needs to learn those things. So it is one of the job of Wagner to tell him that no, you don't need. Look at Zia. Zia too can dribble. Why is he not going for every dribble? He gets the ball released once and try to play 1-2 because he's more mature right now. So I think he needs to.
Hello, so have a big second half upon us in this encounter between Tanzania and Morocco. After Morocco currently leads 1-0. Let's see what Morocco will be bringing into the second half. I'm straight to you, Solomon. What are your expectations from these 2 managers for the second half?
Yeah, from Morocco, keep playing what you're playing, but get more goals because you don't know what the other players hold. Probably when you get to their next opponent will be who is in that group? Congo, and Zambia. And this
those will be tougher.
So this is an opportunity for you to get the goals because sometimes this goal can make a difference. You know, when we tend to who qualify out of this group. So, to me, the second half, Morocco should try as much as possible to get as many goals as possible, so that we put them in a very good position against the Tanzania. Because everybody now look at the Tanzania as the lower side. You know,
Whipping boys.
So that's what I expect them to do in the second half, because they were, even to me, the Moroccans are too relaxed scoring goal. I didn't see them coming up with, you know, that kind of curiosity, that kind of you know, pace and intensity in the World Cup. You know, probably they are underrating the Tanzania. But if they come with that, I think they will get more goals. And to the Tanzania, I think if they can get early equalizer in the first half, if it is possible, good one for them. They can just fight for a draw.
Okay, if it's possible, good one for them. To you, Yemite, what are your expectations in the second half?
Yeah, I think Tanzania needs to start taking the game to Morocco since they go down. Once they get that goal, they need to be pragmatic. So the thing is, exploit spaces. When you see an attacking side like this, there are spaces you can exploit, because they can't always be perfect attacking and defending at the same time. So there will be loopholes. So what you just do is absorb pressure, bring in guys that can run down the wings, then make sure your attacker is not passing through the center circle, so that you can easily join the attack to go and end the attack as a counter attack. So when we know Zulu has missed some, when you just intercept the ball, send it to the wings, pace into the dangerous area, then the attacker is there to finish it.
I think the biggest problem for Tanzania in this game has been the fullbacks for Morocco, Hakimi and Chibi, has really been up in this game.
Yeah, they have been up, but you have to consider that they are also joining the attack.
Yeah.
So
when they've seen that the attack of the Tanzania is not really that
that's what I'm saying. If they can exploit that, that's a big loophole right there. The two wing backs joining the attack easily, not feel threatened. That is a weak point for the coach to exploit. What you just need to do is, you can decide to make it a right wing attack. You leave your left winger to join the defense, because you need more bodies defensively. Pacey player that can go through 1-2, till you get a 1-2 of the striker or set a pass to him. You disorganize the defense and maybe get a goal. Then when you get a goal, Morocco will now come out more in full force. Then you can actually halt them more. But if you say you want to keep attacking them man for man, they will concede more goals.
Okay, let's see if Tanzania will be conceding more goals in the second half, or will it be Morocco conceding against the run of play? We'll go for a quick breather, and when we come back, it's the second half.
The 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire is gradually taking a different dimension, with the big names in the world of African football are gradually, making their fans not to believe. Because Nigeria drew their match, Egypt drew, Algeria drew. Senegal is the only country that won their match and won it comfortably. That is what we want to talk about. Let's go to the street of Africa and hear what the African fans are saying about their beloved country. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name remains Egbenenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and support the Premier Sport. All right, I'm here with Abdul Mujib, and right now, as we waiting to go on, it's all about the AFCON, the African Cup of Nations 2023 season. And he said, want to share in mind what they think about the AFCON with us. Abdul Mujib, right now we see Nigeria play their first match, we see Ghana lost, and we see Egypt draw. What do you think about the AFCON?
Football is unpredictable.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just one thing about football. Okay. But I still believe in preparation. So I believe those people that are not doing well, like those big teams, they didn't prepare properly, like mentally. I'm not talking about facility. There's this mindset we always have in Africa. I don't know, if you are going to a tournament, everybody is like, you're expecting the same person you have in your group to flop so that your own flop can be a win.
Begin to calculate.
We have to change that mentality. That's the same thing we do right from time. That's the same thing we are still doing. I don't see why Nigeria shouldn't beat that game. I'm not like bringing them down. They are footballers. They get paid. They train.
Yeah.
But from the standard of players we have on both sides, I even realized I later made an assignment. Like I checked, I saw most of those Guinea players play at Division 2 levels in their club side. Yeah, I confirmed that personally.
Wow.
So, and most of Super Eagles players plays on the top tier of whatever country they are. So I don't see a reason why first league player shouldn't have more experience, more exposure, or more composure than a second league player. You see those guys, even the goal they scored Nigeria, they were like, they scored and they are trying to defend the goal. That means they are not certain about beating Nigeria. So what's wrong about Nigeria? So for Egypt, I saw overconfidence in them. They were playing like they already won.
Wow.
When they scored one goal, those people had to just take the advantage of that.
All right.
So
We just talked with Maji, but I didn't know that just met a football analyst. You know, he has actually done justice to this discussion. You know, that's why it's good not to underrate anybody. When you see anybody don't underrate, he has actually done justice. You know, he said they have to be prepared, not facility-wise. You know, not but mentally. Wow, that talk touched me. That talk touched me, maybe small. Okay, but as they go right now, we see African as a big, and we get. I just want you to give me your five African countries where we say you think they will do well for this AFCON.
So far, so good. Like let me just say underdogs.
Both underdogs, both top team.
You see those Guinea. You see the both Guinea that. Like Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, I don't mark them off. Those guys get domination. They want proof. It just be like that Zambia that year, 2010. If I did right.
2012.
Or
2012.
That time when we say they get the way the Zambia people they play, everybody just look and say they do agidi, they go soon come out. Those people carry that cup.
Wow, yeah.
You understand the try to? That's one big thing about African football. Everybody they play na Madrid that they play now. You go see white man, person wey dey Liverpool, he go dey strive for England national team because he knows say person wey dey 30 and fit bench champ. Nothing like say champ. If you even look England setup, you go see players wey dey there na Southampton. Imagine England dey call player wey dey Southampton world pros. Wetin Southampton wan carry? All the madness wey they never get trophy. Na there you go know say chairman no dey.
Of course.
For England, see them Stanley as they dey decorated reach. England dey rubbish them. Nigeria, any small thing we don't come, sir. I know they against anybody. You don't understand, but we too they depend on. You don't understand. What are they doing? They are doing nothing. I don't just understand. All players are good. There's this particular guy. This guy, Gift Orban.
Yeah.
So far, so good. From last year to this year. Now, be the only.
No, don't forget. I don't the old.
Yeah, I'm with you. And welcome back. It's still the match between Morocco and Tanzania. In the second half has started back into that encounter, which is in the 46th minute, approaching 47 minutes of the second half. I'm still in the studio with the guys Solomon and Yemite. And straight off into that second half, there was after substitution from from Tanzania as they withdrawn Yahaya and bring in Abraham in the 47th minute, 46th minute, as immediately the second half started. And let's see what Abraham will be bringing into the side against Morocco. And it's Morocco, with a goal kick, and Bono takes one long one into the other half, and it's a filled stadium. And we saw a almost empty stadium in the game between Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. But ever since then, the stadium and the fans has actually been impressive.
Yeah, they've been impressive, but you have to consider the time Nigeria played. That's where the weather is. So that's why when you see most 3 p.m. games, the crowd is not encouraging at all. But towards the latter time of the day, you will see that more people come to watch football because you cannot, because you want to watch football and then you'll be roasting in that.
And another factor that could cause that was that the day before there was the opening ceremony. After the opening ceremony, they took them much time and they now stay to watch Cote d'Ivoire. So most of them was fatigue.
No, not just fatigue. They are dead for the fun. So the stress is part of the fun. So I
Yes,
just think
Morocco
it's the
attacking right
weather.
now, but it's the
Because
cut out there by Tanzania. You can continue.
yeah, because when you look at it, if you are going to competitions like this, you always want to attend every game.
There's
But
a
the
chance
weather,
for Tanzania to come back into that game, but easily cut out there by Morocco. And it's Tanzania piling that early pressure against the Moroccans in this early stage of the second half, just like they started the first half. Let's see if they can hold on to that and continue in that momentum. And don't forget, you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your message in our live chat. And promise to read it out. You can give us your view and share your opinion about this match between Morocco and Tanzania. And it's an early corner kick for Tanzania. Let's see if they can get a goal off this set piece in this counter. And it's the number 20 for Tanzania, Novatus Dismas, who is standing on that big man in the box. Let's see if they can get a goal of you know an unexpected goal against Morocco.
yeah, it's a dead ball situation. I played. Oh, that was a terrible corner kick.
One thing about it is, I think this is the first time I think they won't try to get shot off target. There was this shot that player took, so it's definitely going to be a shot off target. We didn't see one of it in the first half. So if they continue like this, at least continue to try and get a goal.
Yeah, they need to keep asking that question. But hey, what kind of question are they asking? Is it the right one? It's very, very important. Look at that corner kick. It's a good chance, but they just lost it in a very, very painful and unexpected way. So they need to do better with what they do with their chances.
Just got a kick for Morocco, and Bono takes that one, but easily cut and retained there by Tanzania. Will be looking to attack against Morocco right now in the early stages of the second half. So 5 minutes of action already, and returned back by Morocco, who are holding on to that possession. Sends one back into the hands of Chadi, who sends this across and into the box, but El Nasiri was just come out of that offside position, and is going to be easily taken there by the goalkeeper of Tanzania. And straight to some of the statistics. Among the 24 teams that are featuring in Cote d'Ivoire, Tanzania scored the fewest goal during the qualifiers, 3 in 6 games. 2 of their 3 goals were scored by Simon Usuva during the qualifiers. Scoring 3 out of 6 games is not really an impressive goal scoring, and it looks like they are not of that team that might just score. That was another chance for Morocco, but that big man Al Nasiri couldn't just get a touch onto that. And that's will be sailing off for a goal kick to Tanzania.
Yeah, that's a good kick to Tanzania, but
he should be doing better.
He should be doing better.
But
I think he just had his last leg to that. So
wow,
I think it was just the desired touch. He couldn't get it on that ball, but yeah, it was a good chance, and I hope that he can convert the next one.
I just hope he can convert the next one, as Morocco, who are growing in momentum as the game goes on in this encounter. Still 1-0 in the 51st minute of this game. Morocco leading against Tanzania. And let's see if Morocco will be getting the second goal in this encounter. And talking about the last time these two teams played, the previous 3 meetings between the two teams came in the World Cup qualifiers. Tanzania beating Morocco 3-1 in the qualifiers for 2014 edition, while losing 2-1 in the reverse fixture. So they've even gotten a victory over Morocco before in the qualifiers. And it's still Morocco leading 1-0. Probably they can come back into this game and win this title.
This is a proper competition, so it's different from qualifiers. So there are many of these big African sides, they are tournament team. The last time the Super Eagles won the Nations Cup, it was not the best shape going into it, and they grew. In fact, they had to visit that calculator when they wanted to qualify.
We always on the calculator. And that's a yellow card to the captain of Morocco, Ruben Isaiz, has just picked one unnecessary yellow card right there in that encounter. For a big man with those big experience, I don't think he should be going into the books for this soft foul.
Yeah, really soft, unnecessary foul. And that's one of the things we keep saying. Unnecessary cards are one too many in this competition. I don't know, maybe is it the weather that is so harsh, or maybe they are just players that needs to grow up and actually manage.
Yes, Tanzania growing in possession and trying to dominate against Morocco, challenging for all the balls and all the duels in this early stages of the second half. Let's see if they can turn this early charge into a goal against Morocco before Morocco gets back into domination against them, and throw into Morocco and back into the hands of Saiz, who goes back to the goalkeeper Bono. Bodo sends one to Agad in the defense. Agad looks straight into the midfield where he finds Unai, but Unai couldn't meet onto that and is back into the hands of Morocco, who are enjoying better share of possession right now. Akimi sends one to Unai there and back into the hands of Ziyech, back into the hands of Unai, and look at that passing range from the Moroccans, the way they spring those passes, and it looks like Unai is down there. I just hope he'll be able to continue this counter. And the referee has just, is that Unai?
Yeah, that's it.
And he's down right
That's
now,
very
and
nice.
look, it looks in pain. We saw him with that first kick in the first half, which was actually a bad tackle. And right now, it looks like he's in a big pain right now.
Yeah, that was a stamp on the leg, and I think it should be fine. That's not too harsh.
Wow.
It's just on the foot, not on the ankle. So I think it will.
It also looks like a yellow card offense too.
Yeah, if the referee had gotten it, VAR, I don't think VAR checks if for yellow card offense, mainly red card. So I don't know if VAR will review that tackle right there.
Let's look at the player on the bench for Morocco in this encounter. We have the second choice goalkeeper, Monil El Mojoui. And we have the third choice goalkeeper, Chadi Brahim. We also have Yunus Abdul Hamid, Amir Richardson, Ismail Sabari, Bilal El Anuzi. We also have Osmani El Azuzi, Amin Arit, Amin Adi, Hayob El Kabi, Tariq Tisodali, and Sofiane Bufa. And that is the name that actually rings bell. Because when we remember Southampton in the EPL, we always remember Sofiane Bufa.
Yeah. And promising one of those talent, those names that they have in their setup. You know, sometimes you can't always release your full arsenal into the first team. Let there be some guys that can read the game from the bench and actually do something special. But this first team is loaded already too, and when you have that kind of a bench, and I think Morocco is one of the most complete sides in this Nations Cup based on players playing their trade outside of Africa. So,
and then just playing their trade out of Africa, players who have double nationality. Some of them have played for some of the best nations in Europe.
In the underage competition. So and they had the best facilities, and even Morocco has
the best. They have the best, if not the best in Africa right now.
And even the stadiums and all those things. So I think Morocco is the next best thing that should happen. But there's a Senegal too who is actually growing on a fast pace.
Okay, the next Nations Cup, the next AFCON, which is AFCON 25, will be hosted by Morocco, and it promises to be another interesting AFCON. Looking at the facilities in Morocco, there was a time we saw what's it called this national team facility itself. It's a big momentum. You know,
that complex.
Yeah, that complex. Yeah.
Look, if you talk about Morocco, you talk about an FA that has a foresight. Now look at what they did with the women game. Look at the coach they left.
Look at the female national team. Look at what they got.
Yeah, so that's the way to go. You show promise, you show intent. People will see you as a serious opponent.
Yes, Akim Ziyech on the ball right now with this being another chance for Morocco to go set 2 goals up in this game, but that was just too much for that Morocco player, and Morocco stay in possession and sends one straight into the box, but easily cut out there by Tanzania in the 5th or 7th minute of this encounter. The time is ticking, and Tanzania needs to come back in this encounter.
Yeah, Tanzania needs to come back already the 57th minute of the game. So it's very, very important that they come back into this game as soon as possible, so that they don't make it just easy for Morocco to just get the icing on the cake, then while away the time.
Okay, let's see what happens in the remainder of this game. But one thing is still omitted in this game is still Tanzania. We're still looking for the first shot of targets in this encounter between them and Morocco. Morocco takes a deep throwing into the balls, but easily cut out by the Tanzanians. And the referee has just cited an offside up there. It's going to be Tanzania restarting play in the 58th minute of this game. We're 2 minutes away from getting to the second quarter in 1 hour of football in this encounter. Still 1-0 Morocco lead in this game. Solomon, what are the chances of this game ending 1-0?
Well, that is the first half. I would have said something else, but what I want to say now is that the first half, Morocco started slowly and they got into the game. You know, right now, even in the second half, we've not seen much of Morocco in the second half. It is Tanzania who have actually dominated play from the midfield and the likes of them. But we've also seen some good attack from Morocco. But it's not looking so far so good in the first 12 minutes play so far. Morocco are not looking like side who want to score more goal. And it is Tanzania who are looking more precise, like in getting goal here. So probably there won't be much goal in this encounter. There won't be much goal. That is what I can say.
Okay, coming into this competition, let's look at the difference of views of the manager coming into this competition. And the first one is the Morocco coach. We have a different mindset. The African Cup of Nations is very, very tough, but we are going with the same spirit. And inshallah, if we do our very best, we are going to win this trophy. And the manager of Tanzania, Eldel Amrochi, the Tafia Stars coach, wants his players to showcase their talent and give their best against the teams on the tournament. Different mindset coming into the competition.
Yeah, different mindset, but hey, it's one thing to talk, it's one thing to do the talking with action. So I'm not all about what you said coming into the tournament. It's about what your game plan speaks on the field of play. So
yes, Morocco with the attack right now were easily cut out by the Tanzania, will be turning the fence into attack, but easily cut out in the midfield by Morocco, who are fast taking the pace and attacking against Tanzania right now. The sends one straight into another tomato in chief in this game. Akib Ziyech with a cross into the box with that very second goal, but easily cut out there by Baka in the fence for Tanzania, who sends one straight, but easily blocked there by Saiz, who finds Haga. Then Haga sends one straight into the midfield, and it's Unai who takes a cross, but easily dispossessed. And back one there by El Nasri, and it's El Nasri on the ball. The Sevilla big striker couldn't just keep that in check, and it's going to be a goal kick to Tanzania.
yeah, goal kick to Tanzania, and it seems Tanzania right they are ready to even put more fight, put more effort, and see if they can take something out of this game. It's not bad if they can take a draw out of this game. At least it will be one good thing for them.
Wow.
And
If El Nasri had gone out there, that might have just been a penalty.
yeah, that would have been a penalty. There was a tackle right there, but it didn't go down. Luckily for Tanzania.
All right, we've had 1 hour of football already in this encounter, and it's still Morocco leading 1-0. 30 more minutes to go in this game between Morocco and Tanzania. Will it be Tanzania getting the equalizer against the run of play, or will it be Morocco doubling their lead in this encounter? All the time will tell. And we are into the 61st minute, and Morocco has a free kick, and we can see a dribbling there between Chadi and the Tanzania player. And we can see the players coming in to get them to release themselves. Their emotions flaring in this encounter already.
Yeah.
And talking about that man, Ami Bao Mekani is on a yellow card. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, he needs to be very, very careful. And looking at it, even the left back, Morocco has a long way to go in this tournament. So you should be careful because of suspension. Every team player is very, very important. This was an unnecessary yellow card. Is avoidable. And when you look at a team that wants to go as far as winning the tournament, every card you receive is very, very important. It has to be for the right cause, not unnecessary card. Even like the one the defender right there, the captain received.
Roman Saiz.
Saiz. So it's unnecessary. They could have done better, honestly, because when you look at it, these things, it might not count now. But when you now get to the second round, you get one extra yellow card and you miss next match. That's where they will realize that, oh, this was unnecessary card to take coming into that stage of the competition.
Okay, let's say if those cards will actually have an effect on these players in this competition, and it's Tanzania getting onto the ball and enjoying momentum in this encounter. And that was almost a trouble there for that looks like that squad actually met Ezazoli there. We've talked about Ezazoli in this game. A lot of tackles on that young man, and it looks like he's in pain there.
Yeah, it looks like he's in pain. It looks like he's
the
in pain.
Tanzanian player got to the ball, but he went with a stab. So I'm expecting
Let's
the
just see the replay.
Yeah.
It might not go with the stab. It might just be another player.
Okay, look at it. He went with a stab. That's the
Yeah.
yellow card offense, if not red.
No, I don't think that's.
Look at it. Look at it
because
now.
he
Have
got
a look.
the ball.
He got the ball first,
He
so I
got
don't
the
think
ball.
that will be.
So
a
it was.
foul.
I think Zulu sold it out to him because he could lift his leg away from that spot.
Okay, that might just be a lucky escape for the Tanzania players. 63rd minute already, still Morocco leading 1-0. And let's look at the ball possession and how both team are faring there. Is Morocco still enjoying better share of possession, 51%. But Tanzania scored that shot with Tanzania up in their own, and they are now having 49% of the ball. But still 0 shots on target in this game. And Morocco has 9 shots, total shots in this game, 3 shots on target, 4 shots off target, and 2 block shots. And let's just hope, or let's just see if this block shot or this shot off target would come to mean, or would come to hurt Morocco at the end of this encounter.
Yeah, I just hope it won't come back to hurt them. But second half, they've not really come to the party, and I think they really need to come to the party because 1-0 is not a scoreline that you can rely on. You are not Juventus that usually likes winning 1-0, 1-0. We've seen from Angola, Algeria, and some other teams, even in this competition, that 1-0 is too slim to rely on.
Okay, let's see if Morocco will be getting that second goal. Zoli is back on his feet and still finding it hard to walk up very well in this encounter.
And
I
I think
they will be able to
coach
continue this
should
game. I
withdraw
think he
it.
should be withdrawing in right now. And we can see the referee telling the player, "My eyes are on you."
Yeah.
Oh, I think is that okay? Yes, my eyes are on you, and it looks like that might just be
But that's
final.
Warning.
that my eyes on you is to me it's a very lenient punishment for this offense. He deserves a
we
yellow
do see
card.
it even in Europe where
What is it? To say stab?
That's the last one.
It was. He
He
got the ball
first before
before the stab. It is the law of the game. There is a way of interpretation. It's not by emotions. When you see the player rolling on the ground, doesn't mean because of the way he's rolling on the ground, you now go back and just give the guy. You have to look at the tackle.
Yes, and an opportunity for Morocco and another tackle, clean tackle there from the Tanzania defender who sends one straight but couldn't just get into the hands of the striker, Charles Bowa there, and gives the back into the hands of Baka, who finds Nodo there, and there's Tanzania from the back trying to come into the midfield and attack against Morocco. It's the 66th minute of this game, and we are headed close to the 70th minute of this encounter. Still Morocco leading 1-0 against Tanzania, and it's Tanzania on the ball right now, enjoying possession, and sends one straight into the midfield. What will Tanzania make out of this? They send it straight into Kami on the ball there. What will he make out of this? Sends a long one straight into the box, but to nobody.
This is not consecutively. That is what they have been doing. If they play the ball to nobody in the front, sometimes they pass wrongly, and it's going to affect them. So they should take their chances. And they already, one good thing about them is that gradually they are in control of possession. Someone say gradually they are in control of possession.
Yeah. They are not in control of possession. They are in control of ball in their own half.
Yeah.
Let me read out Sun City here, and that's the total passes in this game. Morocco has
That's a good chance
Yes,
for
a
Morocco.
good chance for Morocco, and they send it back into Onai, and Onai tries to bend one into the box, but couldn't just get his bend right there. It's going to be a goal kick to Tanzania in the 67th minute. The tackles are flying. We can see the referee from Chad going to the player to see the level of that gravity, and still that young man Zoli there being tackled there by the Tanzania. I think they need to just take that young man out if they don't want to
we spoke about it during halftime.
That might just be a penalty.
Yeah, that might be a
penalty.
That might be a penalty.
Let's see it again. Because the ball was off his feet, and it looks like the Tanzania player are just interested in taking that young man out.
But look at the contact.
He brushed his leg. But that's
VR will check
VR
that.
checking that.
If there's a contact,
if there's contact there, that is surely going to be a penalty. The referee says no. Then
but it seems maybe there was no contact.
Yeah,
maybe
like,
it was
probably just like the way Barcelona do their things.
Yeah,
Talking about the total passes in this game, Morocco has seen 333 passes in this encounter, while Tanzania has completed 339 passes.
Completed though.
In fact, the game, I don't mean to make jest of them, but looking at the game, is a different reflection of what we are seeing in this.
You know, that's why I keep saying.
And we talk about
statistics
passing around. Yes, we've seen a lot of passes around their defense, but not in the attack of the other third of the pitch. And right now, talking about the other third, you can see Morocco, Tanzania attacking right now against Morocco. Whether it's being one of that opportunity for them to get themselves close into it, but that's what we're threatening on Bono, as that's will be going out for a throwing to Morocco in the 68th minute of this encounter.
Yeah.
Still Morocco 1, Tanzania 0.
Yeah, Morocco 1, Tanzania 0. It looks more like a game that Morocco will just take home easily because Tanzania is not really bringing the needed fight. You know, passing the ball in a less in their own half.
Maybe. Not even their own half. Yeah. In their own end half.
End half, yeah, just passing the ball there. Once they get to the opponent half, they most likely lose the ball. No shot on target as 69 minutes. It reminds me of the game between Chelsea and Arsenal in the league this season at the Stamford Bridge. Until 75th, 77th minute that Arsenal didn't get a shot on target. So this looked more like it. Tanzania playing like that Arsenal today. So let's just see if Tanzania can improve. And I think they need a playmaker.
Right now, we can still Samata, the PAOK striker, being withdrawn by the manager of Tanzania. It's really been disappointing in this encounter. Not really the performance you expect for a player who plays in Europe. Though not the mainstream Europe, but playing in Greece. Or he should be bringing those experience into this game for his national team.
Yeah, playing in Greece as an attacker doesn't.
This is the man I expect to actually start this game. Talking about Fisa Saloum. I was actually expecting him to start this game, looking at his his statistics and his record with Simba SC. Probably they are looking at him as an home base, is why he's not starting this encounter. Right. But he's actually in reach of form. Let's see if we will bring in those form into this encounter and get it. Tanzania the needed equalizer against Morocco. 70th minute, 20 more minutes to go in this encounter. It's still Morocco 1, Tanzania 0. It's not game over yet, as anything can still happen in a game of football.
Yeah, anything can still happen. Football is 90 minutes game. We are just in the 70th minute. Even 10 seconds is too much for a goal to happen. And we saw the way. Now that's a red card.
Finally, we have the red card. That's the first red card. Oh, we'll be talking about these tackles. You know, these tackles coming in from the Tanzania players, and finally they've just gotten themselves a red card in this encounter.
Yeah, that's a. Let's just see the replay, and let's see if he actually deserves the red card. But I think the referee has been looking at the way they've been tackling those Moroccan guys. The foul, the extent of the foul, the Tanzanian player has been going into the tackles. I think is what made the referee to at least react like this once he saw this one.
And it's the record. So the number 20, the midfielder for Tanzania in this game is Novatus Dismas, who has just gotten a record over the tackle on Unai. He left the ball completely to tackle Unai.
When you look at it, he wanted to go. He lost the ball. He now folded his leg. He folded his leg. I think that referee should have the rating.
But for a player that plays for Shaka X, he should be experienced enough.
He experienced enough. Sometimes you go into tackles like that because you thought the ball was going to come in a certain way. You know, football mostly is mind games. So you thought the ball is going to come in a certain way, and it's not going. So you just have to reduce the extent at which. And one, he just sold it to him right there.
So they saw him and he bought that rightly.
Well, the
players are still challenging the referee to go have a view of that on the VAR. It might just be another yellow card to another Tanzania player. The referee is not having any of that, as it tells him to actually make his way out of the pitch. And we can see Morocco making double substitution there. And there's the big man in the midfield, Salim Amala, who has actually been one of the big player for Morocco in the first half. The Valencia midfielder has really been full of runnings in the midfield for Morocco. He has just been withdrawn in the 71st minute of this game, and that man who has seen a lot of tackles in this game, the Barcelona lonely player Elzanzoli, has also been withdrawn. I think that's the right substitution for Morocco to make.
Yeah, that's the right substitution to make, and let's also hope that he's not really injured like that, and maybe he can still continue in the tournament because it looks like he's really injured. But what's the referee trying to do?
He's not even having. He's not going to the VAR. He's not having that. He believes that yes, that is actually.
He already have the mindset because of the warning he gave to him. I think he won.
Yeah, he was when he won.
He won him. So he
No,
gave him
it
yellow
was
card.
not the
It
one.
wasn't.
It was not the one. It wasn't the one. And so the red card stand the game as we started.
Against Tanzania was just been reduced to 10 man in this game, and will have to play the next 18 minutes of this encounter against the #1 rated team in Africa, Morocco. It's going to be a lot of problem or trouble for Tanzania in the remainder of this encounter.
Yeah,
it's just so unfortunate that it is when Tanzania gradually come into the game.
They were not.
Of course, their hold-up plays are actually increased. They were not. Yeah.
How many chances?
It is no. That is. It is better than what they did towards the ending of the first half. Now what we are playing, it was better.
But seriously, I don't think I've seen them done anything
Well,
better than the first half.
What they've been busy doing is chasing the ball around. Look at it. How many passes have they been able to string together that Morocco won't intercept? So it has just been them chasing and that's what even led to the red card. The guy was chasing the ball. That was what. So I don't think they've really done anything spectacular in this game.
Okay,
the red card came.
A confirmation of the substitution by Morocco in this encounter as Walid decided to make a change. I mean, Adi was brought on to replace Abdi in this encounter, and we also saw Amila also being withdrawn and brought in El Kanuse for the remaining of 18 minutes of this encounter as we are approaching the 75th minute of this game as we're currently in the 74th minute. 15 more minutes to go in this game. 15 more minutes for 10 man Tanzania to gain momentum and do the unexpected, getting a goal back in this encounter against Morocco. Or will it be Morocco getting the second goal within the next 15 minutes of this time?
Yeah, it might still be a game that's still open for Tanzania to come back. You are a man down doesn't mean you can't still do the needful. They just need one right move and to get the desired outcome that they need to see. So it's very, very important that they should not lose hope, even though they are one man down.
Okay, let's see what they'll be making out of the next 15 minutes of this encounter. It's Tanzania where we start to play in that tie. Still 1-0 Morocco leads courtesy of that goal from their big captain Saiz in the 30th minute. And we are in the 75th minute already, and still that goal which divide or which is the difference between both teams in this encounter. Tanzania in possession of the ball right now in the midfield, and they try to connect one into the attack, but that looks like a wayward pass, and it's going to be a throwing to Morocco.
Come to the middle, most likely they lose the ball already. And I think the coach saying this will have seen a lot of aspects of their game that they need to improve. Maybe that's why I think they are the lowest ranked African team.
The lowest ranked
in the AFCON.
121 of FIFA ranking, playing against Morocco, who are in the top 10 FIFA ranking, if I'm not mistaken.
13 in the world, first in Africa.
So big difference, and that difference is actually showing in this time. And it's Morocco with another attack threat there, and that might just be a free kick, or no, it's going to be a corner kick to Morocco in the 76th minute of this game. The tackles are flying in, and that is one of the big problems for Tanzania in this encounter. They need to be very much careful, and they need to time those tackles.
Because that tackle now, he didn't touch the
Morocco with another opportunity to find himself into the box. So this very second goal, but they couldn't hold on to that and easily cleared out there by Tanzania. And it's the 77th minute of this game. 13 more minutes to go. 13 more minutes for Tanzania to do the unthinkable and come back into this tie against Morocco. They'll actually fancy and celebrating 1 point.
Yeah, they'll fancy and celebrate 1 point. That is Tanzania if they can come back into this game. But Morocco will be really disappointed, and it might affect their mentality going forward. So it's better to avoid any unwanted surprises by adding 1 goal cushion, so that if anything happens, at least they know that they are home and dry.
Yes, second goal. Morocco has jumped out with the lead. And where's that Unai for Morocco? And the Olympic Marseille midfielder sets one to the back of the net, and it's Morocco who has doubled the lead, and it's looking like game over already. Morocco 2, Tanzania 0.
Yeah, deservedly. They've been playing tactically. They're not really just dominating possession. They want to dominate and be clinical with it. So But Nesri has not really done them so much good up front. But Owane coming up with the goodies. Whoever scores doesn't matter. The team is there. Now I've that 2-goal pushing. Look at that sweet 1-2. Look at it. That's the
Pick
way
the
to
sport
go.
just reminds me of those of us that plays on PlayStation.
Yeah,
We call it
R2.
R2. Wait for the corner right there.
Yeah.
1-2 in the box and second goal for Morocco. He had all the time to pick his spot.
Yeah,
and he
all
picked
the
it
time.
right
And the
there.
keeper had no chance.
He had no chance there. And Tanzania are still looking for their first clean sheet, and they'll be taking that into the next match where they'll be looking to see if they can get a clean sheet or a victory in their next game. Still a lot of games in this group, and it's looking like at the end of the day, Tanzania might just be the whipping boys, and they might be losing all 3 games to this group.
It looks more like it because this Tanzania team, to me, looks like one of those African clubs in just one of those African leagues. Not about the color, not about the shirt, but the way they are playing. Even if you are playing against
But
Morocco, that doesn't mean you shall not
shouldn't take one thing away from them is that majority of their players plays in the home base.
Even if they play in the home base league, it's not an excuse. You play as a team. They can't even mash up clear 4-3-4-5 passes in the opponent half. Then what has they done? They have a whole 90 minutes
Morocco
for
going in its game with a very third goal for Morocco. Hakim Ziyech on the ball there and sends one back, but a lot of bodies right there block that out. And it's Tanzania trying to attack from the left, and they take around as it beats Amrabat there. And Amrabat just brought his man down clearly and cleanly, and the referee says that is as clean as clean. And it's Morocco back in attack against with that very third goal, and that is the third goal. El Nasri has his 20th goal for Morocco in the 62nd appearance, and that is the third goal for Morocco. They are going riot, the Atlas
and
riot,
that's an offside.
and the referee says no, that is an offside.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's say VAR will check that.
The referee is waiting for VAR decision.
Yeah, he was waiting for VAR.
And you can see the player still going back to the referee that you didn't go to the VAR to check the red card to Novas, but right here you are going to the VAR to check if that
you know that second yellow card is referee's discretion. Some referee will give it because
some might not give it.
Some might not give it. That's why it's referee's discretion. It's not as if it's not a yellow card at all. So it's just discretion based. And when you look at the way they've been flying in tackles here and there against the Moroccans, so the referee might look at it that, hey, I need to do something to protect this.
I think this is the right thing the Morocco coach and Walid is doing, taking out the main players for some of the, and you can see Unai has been withdrawn. We've seen him also got a lot of tackles in this game, and the referee and the manager, is already taking him out of this encounter. And we can also see Ziyech being withdrawn in this game. Let's look at that goal again and see if that's I think because Ziyech didn't get onto that goal. And this is not an offside.
That's an
offside. No. I think they're on the same. They're online. Let's see what
the left foot. The left
let's see what the VR decisions would be on that, and they are making their decision right now. Let's see what the final decision would be. Or let's say the referee waiting for that to happen.
It's a goal.
It's a goal. Because he was on the same line with the Tanzania defenders, and he has been withdrawn.
Honestly, can you imagine? Celebration just
got on the Morocco bench there, as the Atlas Lion has just gotten the third goal, and they continue to roll over the Stars. As the Stars of Tanzania is not shining in this encounter. Morocco currently leads 3-0 in the 82nd minute of this game. It's on the same line there. I don't really think NSU was getting
a clean
position. That's the third goal. His first goal in the AFCON 2023. His 20th goal for his national team in 62 appearances. Great start for the Sevilla striker. That was a lucky goal for him there.
Yeah, that was a lucky goal. And he had no business not converting.
Of course, he plays himself where no could come.
So he just has to just convert that. That's a typical striker goal.
Yeah.
And he has no business not converting that.
Okay, Morocco are reaching for the Stars as they are overshadowing the Stars of Tanzania in this encounter. 84 minutes, and it's the Atlas Lion who are leading 3-0 in the style, and it's looking like a Sokwe Otilo moment already.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
And
This
how you
game
made
is
that quote or that word popular right now?
it is always lucky.
Okay.
It's gone. So
It's gone.
when you look at it now, 25th goal of the tournament so far, it looks more like
From the first game,
Yeah.
from
The
match
first-
the one,
first
and we're having
match.
25 goals already.
yeah,
And we still have one more tie to go.
Yeah, today.
DR Congo against Zambia.
Zambia.
Another big tie to come.
Yeah.
And you expect some goals to flow in that game.
Yeah, goals still will flow. It might not be that much, but maybe a 2-3 goal. But before you know it, addition plus addition, and
But one
we
thing
are
is certain.
reaching
One
out
thing is
for-
certain. This competition is going to break the African goals. record.
Let's see. You know, South African football.
Wow,
can be
sweet
very-
Yes,
move
we have
there.
a chance. We have been the fourth goal for
Oh!
next one, the acrobatics. But he couldn't
Yo,
connect to that.
Garnacho. That
Let's
reminds me.
send one back into the box. And that's going to be going to the back of the net. And it's going to be a corner kick to Morocco in this encounter. 83rd minute, approaching the 84th minute, and it's still 3-0. Morocco leads in this game. And talking about the top three substitution being made, Nasiri was withdrawn for Arit. Unai was withdrawn for Bufai, and ZH was withdrawn for Kabi in this account. And it's going to be a corner kick to Morocco in the 84th minute of this game. And we can see the Moroccans, they are still hungry like the lion for more goals in this game.
Yeah, they are hungry for more goals. They know this is an opportunity for them to have a good goal cushion on the
To
table.
feast.
Yeah, to feast, to at least expand their
Yeah.
goal advantage, because in this competition, goals will play a key role too. So when you have chances like this, you can take them. If they can get 4 or 5
That's
goals,
corner kick. Will that be the first goal for Morocco? But that's eluded all the red and green body there. And it's going to be another corner kick in the 85th minute. Pressure. That is what Morocco are mounting on Tanzania right now, as the stars are not shining right there for the Tanzanians. And it's the 85th minute, and Morocco are not in a hurry to take this corner kick. And it's Bufa who is standing on that, and the big man who sent that into the box and sends the cross into it, but couldn't get any Moroccan head on that. And it's going to be a goal kick to Tanzania. And talking about that acrobatic, reminds me of the game between Algeria and Angola, when that big man striker, is it Bardozi or was his name, scored that acrobatic goal, and someone went on Twitter to say, even if that, why would that goal stand? We don't score this type of goals in Africa. Why?
So because they will not score, it will not stand.
Back into this account, we are currently in the 86 minutes, 4 more minutes to go for Morocco to get the second biggest win in this tournament. The first is from also another tournament favorite, Senegal, defeating Gambia 3-0. And right now we're having Morocco also taking Tanzania to the cleanser. 3-0 stands in the 86th minute of
but
the
the two of them, one man down from the opener, and they were 1-0 up when
before the red card.
so it's not really convincing like that. So let's see them full men on the field, and let's see if they can impact like this.
Okay,
But they've actually sent a very big message to the rest of the teams. That, hey, yeah, we are here for the...
Against Tanzania.
Yes, Morocco going out there with that very fourth goal, but easily dispossessed there. And it's going to be another corner kick to the Atlas Lion in the 87th minute of this game. 3 more minutes to go. I think that speed was just too much. And that was a good defensive work there from Baka, who plays for Tanzania in this encounter. And it's going to be a throw-in to Morocco or to Tanzania. 87 minutes gone. 3 more minutes to go in regulation time, and still Morocco leading 3-0. And Morocco takes a quick one and finds Amrabat on the ball. Then Amrabat sends one into the midfield and back into the hands of Agad, who holds onto that and looks around and finds Hakimi there. And Hakimi finds his teammate there, and Morocco attacking for one of the last moments of this encounter. And they are not in a rush to send one into the box of the Tanzania, who have all their 9 players back and defending for them in the dying embers of this game. You would think Tanzania are savaging a point in this encounter against Morocco. But they won't be allowing that to go into the Moroccan's box as Morocco clears the lines and sends it back into the enemy territory. And it's Morocco who has just lost possession to Tanzania, who will be looking to attack against Tanzania, against Morocco right now. It sends one straight into no man's land and back into the hands of Agad. And it's looking like this Silly Stars are waiting for the final whistle of this encounter.
Yeah, they are waiting for the final whistle. They are trying to not concede more goals, and that's the way to go because the same way goals can be an advantage, it can also be a disadvantage. So it's just a bad day in the office for Tanzania, and they really need to improve and do better.
Okay. Do you actually see the East African representative getting into the second round, or will it be another competition whereby they finish as the last in the group?
That aspect of the African football hemisphere is those teams struggle when it comes to football, and it looks more like it's going to continue this time too. So I just hope that they can begin to invest more massively into the game and see if they can actually improve.
But it's a different ball game when you look at teams in the what's it called, in the Tanzania league, and how they've done in the when it comes to African football, when it comes to CAF Champions League and the
Yeah.
Confederations Cup. Simba SC is one of the best teams.
Some foreign players are there too. You see the number of players, even Nigerian players, so North American players, South American players. I said North African players, sorry, South African players, and many of these compass together, mix up those things. So I think they have a lot of improvement to do.
Okay, you can hear that one from Yema, is that they have lots of improvement to do in this competition, or after or beyond the competition. We are currently in the 90th minute of this game. Let's see if this game will be ended 3-0, or will it be Morocco getting one more goal in this game to give us the first 4-0 victory in this year's AFCON 2023. It has really been exciting match day one from all centers in the AFCON 2023 in Ivory Coast. And tomorrow we have the big one also, the Super Eagles of Nigeria going up against the host nation, the Elephants of Ivory Coast.
We hope that the Elephants will still be there tomorrow. We hope that the Eagles too won't lose their wings and not be able to fly. So it's just two giants that are sleeping in Africa. So we just want to see the one that is not snoring.
And this word they used to say from elephant to scorpion. from this wolf is basically for this AFCON. So probably let's see why they want to choose to be scorpion.
I know why I like the spike of Nigeria stuff. When you least expect, that is when they give you performance. And when you put your expectations on them, they give you those shabby performance. So you can put your money on the Super Eagles tomorrow to get a victory over Cote d'Ivoire right there in Ivory Coast. It's to your own how do you
detriment.
Call it? Detriment. Because I'm not advising you on that. So we can see the referee signaling the additional minutes in this game, and it looks like that might just be 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, being added by the referee from Chad at the end of this game. So we have a 3 to 4 minutes of additional time to be played. Or is that 6 minutes? Oh, that looks like 6 minutes.
That's
6 minutes.
6 minutes being added by the referee. Well, we didn't have any VR check in the second half. So why this much time?
The offside goal.
Oh yeah.
And the red card.
You have to wait for
the red card.
VR decision. And that's still 6 more minutes for Tanzania to play this encounter. And the Tiafi Stars can still do the unthinkable and get to 3 goals within 6 minutes in this game. You can't say anything cannot happen in the game of football. But right now, one thing that is happening is Morocco attacking right now to save if they can get the first goal.
And that's
save from the goalkeeper. And you can't believe that. Manula with that big double save for Tanzania after first spilling that. But he got that second one very well. What a save there from the goalkeeper.
Wow, what a save. What a beautiful save. Back to back, bounce, he recovered.
Well, the first one was actually spilled from him.
Yeah, and
the second one was actually a good save again from the goalkeeper. Look at that.
That was good double save.
Yeah,
and
good double save that response was actually good from that young goalkeeper talking about Aishi Manula, the Simba SC goalkeeper. He has a corner kick to Morocco, and the fancy taking one and sends one straight into the box, but that was easily cut out by Tanzania, who are looking to eat Morocco on the counter. In this encounter, will it be the first chance to get one back in this game? But it sends that out to a throwing, and it's going to be throwing to Morocco in the third minute, of 6 minutes additional time. And it looks like Morocco are home and dry already.
Done and dusted. That is what we call this, done and dusted.
back into the game. We can see the Tanzania players looking dejected, not what they expected, but you have to take this performance.
But you know one thing about football is if you lose 3-0, you have no business feeling bad because you know that the scoreline is way beyond what you can take. But when we still talk about 1-0, you can still feel pain that you could have done something. But 3-0, there's no way back as at this point.
Okay, there's no way back, but with God, anything can still happen.
Yes,
According to
God of all possibilities. Yeah, and
It's
truthfully,
already. We can
wonders
still say,
can
come back.
happen.
We can
Of
still
course,
say,
wonders
come back
can
in this
happen.
game.
But you have to do your own
Amrabat on the ball
Yes.
sends one straight
Then pray
into
to
the
God.
other half. And it's Morocco who are in possession and attacking like the team that God is on their side in this game. And they send one back into the defense. I just hope Pesaro is not hearing this. As Morocco attacking right now and having the ball where they want it to be. They are not in a rush to attack against Tanzania. They're taking their time in calculating and moving forward. And that might just be another throw-in to Morocco. But the referee says no, it's a throw-in to Tanzania in the 4th minute of additional time.
Yeah.
2 more minutes to go in this game. We can see the manager Wahid, looking home and dry already. It's a game done and dusted for Morocco. It's a finally Sokwe Otilo game for Tanzania. And they have to just go prepare for the next game in this group. And but it's looking like looking at the other two teams in the group, DR Congo and Zambia, and they are both looking like a team that will really be hard for Tanzania to get a goal or a point against.
Of course. You know, Tanzania still remain the whipping boys in that group, and well, they can still come up with something surprisingly because sometimes the way you play football, your football look low when you meet a bigger side. You know, the Moroccans, they'll be able to defile all their moves, and they make them look so small that they cannot defeat anyone. Maybe if they meet the likes of the Congo side or what is it, the second people? Zambia side.
Zambia.
Their game will come up and you will begin to see how beautiful their football is. So probably they can get a point out of those two sides.
Let's see if Tanzania can get a point out of the remaining 2 games. And that you can still get those matches right here on Premier Sports Fan Center. We'll still remain in the studio for the remainder of the AFCON and bring you all the games to your home and to your ears right here from Premier Sports Fan Center studios. And it's Morocco getting themselves into another shooting position against Tanzania, but just to get those passes around and another tackle flying in here. That is going to be another yellow card for another Tanzania player right there in this encounter. A lot of yellow cards in this game. Yellow cards flying in for the yellow and blue nation. And it's Morocco who has a free kick in the 6th minute of additional time. And this should be one of the final moments of this game. And that yellow card was to Mohamed Hussein, the number 15 for Tanzania, has just got one for his team there.
Yeah, you have to take one for the team. 3-0 is worst enough. You don't want to get more goal conceded. It will not be of good help for them going forward in the competition. So they have to try to reduce it as much as possible because they're still best loser that they can still look at. Maybe they can take that one.
Okay, let's see if they can take that one. The still best loser is Amir Hadi, who is standing on that free kick for Morocco in the last minute of additional time. We can see the Moroccans in the box there trying to see if they can get the 4th goal. Agad, the tall guard man from Morocco, is also in the box and it takes on and is into the box, but that eluded all the Moroccans in the box. It's going to be a corner kick to Morocco in the very last minute, but the referee says no. And that another was from Hakimi, the PSG right back. Look at that. Oh,
the ball was even going to the net.
He couldn't connect. That ball was aimed for the net. But Hakimi couldn't connect that to the back of the net. You can see that game, and it looks like it's the final whistle as the referee has just signaled out the final whistle of this encounter. It's Morocco Atlas Lion who has just successfully down the Stars of Tanzania. 3-0 it's ended. 3 times the Morocco roared against the Stars, and they aimed for the Stars, and they've gone beyond the Stars in this encounter. Morocco 3.
Beyond the
Tanzania
stars
0.
or below the stars?
They've gone beyond the stars.
Below the stars. They went below the stars. Even the star might be complaining that they shouldn't be adopted. So it's
3-0 it ended between Morocco and Tanzania. Wow, what a game of football.
What a game
yeah,
of football.
interesting game. The red card was the continent. Even then, the goalkeeper miscalculating that free kick. It wasn't a game that even Morocco was that spectacular. It was just based on the mistakes Tanzania made, and they really had to pay for it. So they should learn from this and move on.
What about you?
Of course, good football from Morocco, and Tanzania. They just have a lot to learn from what actually transpired today. Morocco showed class. They got the maximum victory, 3 goals. I think they've joined the likes of the Senegal to send a very big message to the rest of the team that hey, we are here for the African Cup of Nations. They just won comfortably, and they are among the favorites. A lot of pundits have actually pointed to, and they've actually proved it in their first match. In the opener of the AFCON. So, good on to Morocco, and I want to see them in the final.
Okay, 25 goals already in match. They won, and still one more tie to come later tonight. DR Congo against Zambia is the last game in match day 1. With match day 2 starting tomorrow, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be on parade against the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. So join us tomorrow for that beautiful tie and interesting tie as the Super Eagles go all out at 6 p.m. against Morocco. So we'll come your way again. It's bye for now.
Thank God. The 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire is gradually taking a different dimension, with the big names in the world of African football are gradually, making their fans not to believe, because Nigeria drew their match, Egypt drew, Algeria drew, Senegal is the only country that won their match and won it comfortably. That is what we want to talk about. Let's go to the street of Africa and hear what the African fans are saying about their beloved country. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Menegbeneware. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and support the Premier Sport. Okay, Adeyo Tokwayemi, and you want to talk about the AFCON as they go on. So far so good. I hope you watched the match between Algeria and you watched the Senegal match. So yeah. What do you think about the match?
About that Senegal match, I think I've been the defending champion.
Okay.
They are up to the task.
Wow.
They are up to the task because I can see because they are very good. Yeah. They are very good side but we never can tell because what I see this AFCON because there's many upsets. There's no countries left behind again. But so everybody is lift up their game.
Yeah.
So for this AFCON, but for so far what I watched yesterday about the Senegal match, they are up to the task.
Wow.
So for the Algeria match, I can say it's 2 African games. When Algeria have the first half, Angola have the second half.
Okay, they shared both half.
They shared the both half
because they drew the match.
The match good.
All right. Now, if you tell me can you give me your 5 African countries that you think you can do well in this AFCON?
Okay, but so far I haven't watched some, but at least for the Senegal and Algeria the match that I watched yesterday, but I think Senegal I picked them as #1.
Okay.
But I can't push the way Algeria because Algeria they are good also.
Okay.
So even this Angola, they might pull a surprise.
Okay. Yeah.
But let's basically on that 5, my tip on 5. Let me go to Senegal, Algeria, the host Africa Coast. Don't let us push them aside. Yeah. They are the host. Morocco.
Right.
Morocco, what? This is my country. Let me Nigeria as 5.
All right.
Sure.
Patriotism. That number 5 is patriotism. It's not because Nigeria is
But
so
they
good.
haven't impressed me
So
so
much.
far.
Okay.
So that's why. But Philip is my country that I have to, because we did go there to go and join the numbers. So we go there to go
and win your program.
So
All right,
I believe they can do it.
All right, you believe they can do it. Thank you very much for granting us interview.
Yeah,
thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right, the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire is gradually taking a different dimension, with the big names in the world of African football are gradually, making their fans not to believe, because Nigeria drew their match, Egypt drew, Algeria drew, Senegal is the only country that won their match and won it comfortably. That is what we want to talk about. Let's go to the street of Africa and hear what the African fans are saying about their beloved country. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name remains Egbenenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and support the Premier Sport. All right now I'm here with Awolabi Toyib, and now proud fan of Africa. Right now, himself is happy as the AFCON they go on. And that's why I want to ask him this simple question. I'm hear your own view about the AFCON where they go on. Awolabi Toyib. Yes, that is the name. Okay. As is, what be your thoughts? What do you think say go happen for this AFCON? Which country you think say? Can you mention like 5 countries for Africa where you say yes, now top country where you say they will win this AFCON?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 1, Egypt.
Well, okay.
Number 2, Senegal.
2.
Number 3, Algeria.
Algeria.
And number 4, Ivory Coast.
Number 4, Ivory Coast.
And Guinea.
Guinea. Ola, in a vessel, you cover this country and you don't call Nigeria at all. So Nigeria no follow. Nigeria no follow. What to make you not mention Nigeria? Say Nigeria they among the top 5.
This tournament.
They no fit.
Because
you get Osimhen there, you get Iwobi there, you get all the superstars there. You know come mention Nigeria.
In Europe, they can't play African football. That is it. They can't play African football.
Okay. Well, apart from that, you happy with the first match where you don't watch Nigeria versus Equatorial Guinea. You happy? You know what I'm? Okay, but the result now 1-1. You happy with the result?
Yeah, I'm not happy because I hear a lot of bad news about Nigeria national team player. Okay, I read a lot of bad news. Okay, now for this African Cup of Nations where they go on now, if you mention like 3 superstars for Africa, where we say say they go shine for this AFCON. Yeah. One. Mohamed Salah. Mo Salah. Yeah, and Osimhen, right. Osimhen missed one big goal. He missed one big chance when they play against Equatorial Guinea. Osimhen, yeah. And who again? Mahrez. What about Mane? What about Mane? Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is in old age, and I think he's not that playing good and active football. Okay. Finally, before I stop the interview, which country? Because this place now, this prediction where you want to give now, if you get them, Premier Sport Fan Center, that is the name of our listing. We will look for you, give you award, give you gift. So which country you think say will win this AFCON 2023/2024? Senegal again. Senegal. Now you go win them again. Back to back, defending champion. Yeah. All right, Toyib, thank you very much. We just hope your prediction come true. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. The 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire is gradually taking a different dimension, with the big names in the world of African football are gradually, making their fans not to believe, because Nigeria drew their match, Egypt drew, Algeria drew, Senegal is the only country that won their match and won it comfortably. That is what we want to talk about. Let's go to the street of Africa and hear what the African fans are saying about their beloved country. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name remains Egbenenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and support the Premier Sport. Right now with Joshua, and he also want to talk about how they feel about the AFCON where they all go on. Already we don't see the first match, Nigerian play, Nigerian draw. Egypt play, Egypt draw. Ghana play, Ghana lost. the thing they turn upside down, a lot of people begin to they wonder. But yeah, I did with Joshua. Joshua, what in your big 5 top African country where TC go fit perform for this AFCON?
My number one na Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, the ghost. Yeah.
The host country.
Senegal.
Egypt. And Mozambique.
No Nigeria. Now wow, I don't understand. No Nigeria, no Ghana, no Cameroon. We are not they put all the big countries of Africa.
Also na bag the day. Na bag the day.
Is it all those one na bag the day? All right, now your superstar where they look out for, big superstar for Africa where they look out say they will perform for this AFCON.
My number one superstar. I will Osimhen. In the try.
But superstar where we say you know go come carry country go win. It's not superstar be that.
You say in Nigeria we get problem. So especially from the board, I let the problem there. So that love no dey our side. We dey against us.
Okay, Osimhen and who?
Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Mohamed
Salah. So that is Joshua for you. You don't talk him. But right now we don't come to the stage where we say you go predict the country where go win this AFCON 2023-2024 season. This time if you get Premier Sport go look for you.
Ivory Coast now.
Ivory Coast,
yes,
the host country. Wow. You know say Ivory Coast now. Toure no day again. Yeah, Toure no day. DJ Drogba no day. All this new.
No, no mean now.
You know mean?
No mean.
All right. Thank you very much, Joshua, for talking with us.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Welcome.
The 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire is gradually taking a different dimension, with the big names in the world of African football are gradually, making their fans not to believe. Because Nigeria drew their match, Egypt drew, Algeria drew. Senegal is the only country that won their match and won it comfortably. That is what we want to talk about. Let's go to the street of Africa and hear what the African fans are saying about their beloved country. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Menegbenenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and support the Premier Sport. All right, I'm here with Bashiru and now football fan. And he too also, they follow up with the AFCON where they go on right now. And today, he want to talk about the AFCON where they go. So far, so good. What is your big 5 African countries to say go do well for this AFCON? Senegal. One.
About 2. I feel good with Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire, the host country, yeah.
And then Nigeria said try yesterday. Now Josh,
okay.
Go see the. Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, yes. Ghana lose first man. No.
All right. Where you throw Nigeria, your country? Where you throw away Cameroon? Your son Cameroon don't win this AFCON 5 times before. Where you throw away them? Where you throw away big names like that?
Well, Nigeria. I've been Nigerian, but now I'm Grace. Now I'm good.
You said on Grace, okay. I'm good. Yeah, that language. I like you said on Grace. We're on Grace. All right. Nigeria draw the first match against Equatorial Guinea. Now they play against Cote d'Ivoire, the host country. What will be your prediction for that match?
Bro, I think people when they play bets, I give them that match. Me just come for that match.
Jesus is Lord.
All those their predictions, just come on. Because Nigeria. To me, I'm not really.
We can't play.
To me, I see Osimhen as only player. That. The rest, they also Osimhen. I give him shot. I give him try. But still the rest, bro. I'm God.
All right.
I think just if I want to play that match, I still draw that match.
Say okay. All right. Now, Ghana lost, and you still call them. Ghana lost their first match against Cape Verde, and you still call them among the favorites.
Yeah.
What make you count them among favorites?
Bro, that match that day was superb.
Was superb.
Man,
Wow.
was superb. Ghana really played football that day.
Wow.
They really played football. They lost to because football now win, lose, anything like they happen. But that Ghana play ball that day. They play ball. They should keep up with this kind of, even that performance for the first game. They should keep up with that performance. I believe they feel turn around.
You know, when I interview some Ghana fans, they para and they vex, say the referee no, they say the referee no do well, not true. The referee play well, I be no play well. Because you be neutral person and now make they ask you.
If you don't do well, if you don't do well, I don't have fans talk.
Okay.
I don't have fans talk. If you do it, now when you do against them.
Okay. All right, but you never give me your prediction for Nigeria Cote d'Ivoire. You just
I think that's draw, bro.
It's a draw. Okay.
It's not only at 0-0, 1-1. I think to that draw. I know they will play. Those two no get me for body.
Okay, what about the match they're going to play today? Tunisia, Namibia. What is your prediction?
I go Tunisia 2-0.
Tunisia 2-0. That is good one. That is good prediction. Then South Africa today.
Oh,
it was Mali.
Mali,
South Africa.
I don't really know Mali football, but South Africa. If I want to draw that kind of man, I don't really know Mali style. I don't see that. They are not the action. But South Africa, I need to draw that kind of thing. I've not seen Mali action before, so I don't know how good they are.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, lastly, my last question. And last, who is this going to come win the AFCON? Because this time around, now that one will be the look for you. Once you get that prediction right, Senegal back to back. All right, you know, we say that Senegal will just also your prediction come through. Thanks for talking with us. Yeah.
The 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire is gradually taking a different dimension, with the big names in the world of African football are gradually, making their fans not to believe. Because Nigeria drew their match, Egypt drew, Algeria drew. Senegal is the only country that won their match and won it comfortably. That is what we want to talk about. Let's go to the street of Africa and hear what the African fans are saying about their beloved country. This is Premier Sport Fan Center. My name is Remene Gbenenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and support the Premier Sport.
All right now I'm here with Saeed. He's from Benin Republic of Africa. And I'm here with Magic. His name is Magic. If you touch ball like this, if they touch and they need to see him, invisible magic. And we talk about the AFCON where they go on. And first of all, I start with Saeed from Benin. Saeed, your country no come AFCON this season. You they happy?
I they happy.
Okay, now we see as they go, 24 African countries, one can compete for one AFCON. Now, if you just tell me the five big African countries where we look up to say, these people they will do well for this AFCON.
Yes.
Call them and hear them. Algeria 1. Egypt 2. Tunisia 3.
Maybe Nigeria can try.
Nigeria, maybe no confidence. Now maybe
yes.
no confidence.
Yes.
All right.
I remain one country.
Remain one, yeah.
Yes, Senegal.
All right, Magic, what about you?
Number 1, Nigeria.
This guy is patriotic. Nigeria number 1, okay. Mali, wow.
Number 3, Cape Verde.
Cape Verde, wow. Guinea-Bissau. Wow. You see, Magic, you are the first person that I've just called some countries they call underdog. Countries like Cape Verde, you call Guinea-Bissau and the rest of them. Maybe you have watched football, you are a footballer and I know when somebody plays. That's a good one. I love that so much. And what if I say, okay, let me start with Saeed from Benin. The big African countries players, if you call like training, where we say these African players and they shine, both in their own club and in Africa. Where you say they will do well.
Talk about
Egypt, that is Musala. That is who from Nigeria, the player, Osimhen, and then Algeria, that Marex. Okay, so I'm not calling him. He said now Musala, Osimhen, and Marex. Where you do the African best top players for your side? Osimhen, Baba.
Let's just go to
IG from Ghana. Wow. Mohamed Salah. Mo Salah everywhere, Mo Salah. Okay, now, today, Nigeria next match now against Cote d'Ivoire. Nigeria next match against Cote d'Ivoire. What will be your prediction?
Well, the match is very tough.
Yeah.
Because we play against host country.
Yeah.
We play against supporting this club here and the country also. The game is very hard for me.
Okay. Yeah.
The game is maybe if Nigeria can play well, play
draw. Wow. Maybe I think they play well. They play, bro. That's,
you know why I said maybe we play draw?
Okay.
Because you want to play against the
host country. Yeah, and the crowd.
You know that. If you want to play against the host country,
Nigeria no fit comot for the group.
Yeah.
You want to go and fight war. You are three.
I don't want
to go and fight war.
Better striker.
Wow. Yeah.
It's very hard.
Very hard. Yeah.
Many of them, most of all, none of them are playing in international country.
You understand?
Okay.
They need to pray.
Even if
Because if Nigeria can play well, they will play.
home-based players,
Wow.
They
those
will
guys,
play against
because they want outside, they want ginger, they want say themselves now, they want
referees. Yeah.
To me,
But
I
this one don't already make name. You don't already mix name.
All right, you don't hear Saeed from Benin. Just talk about as they do am. As they do am, now they explain am for us. So say go hard Nigeria need to pray very well. So he said the best. He said if Nigeria play well, hey, this grammar he touch my bone. That's if they play well, they will get draw. So if they don't come play well, now so go to Lord, go give them. All right, Magic. What will be your prediction? What will be your own prediction for that match?
Well, my prediction are 2-1.
In favor of
Nigeria is winning.
Wow. You get hope, you get confidence.
Yes, I get confidence and I believe I trust the process.
Wow. You see, Magic no give up, Magic still believe in Nigeria, say they will beat Cote d'Ivoire. All right, just sharp. Your prediction, Tunisia versus Namibia today.
But today's match is 2-1.
2-1 in favor of
Tunisia.
you?
1-0.
In favor of
Tunisia.
All right. Mali, South Africa today. Mali to beat South Africa. Scores 2-1. And you? 3-1. Wow. In favor of Mali to beat South Africa.
Yes.
You've talked there today. Anyway. All right. Finally. I want you to tell me the country, predict the country that's going to win this AFCON 2023-2024 season.
Number 1.
Just one person this time around. Because if you get it, this one they come with prize, which come with award if you get them. At the end of the day, you drop your subscribe, get your number. We'll get back to you.
I understand. When the competition starts, you should have this.
No, we have everything. Everything there for write everything down.
For me,
follow up.
I support
Algeria.
Come here
Okay,
again,
you don't hear Saeed from Benin. He said that Algeria will win this AFCON this season. And Magic, what about you?
Nigeria, we are winning.
Magic get home, we get positive mind, and it's a patriotic Nigerian. So thank you very much for granting us this interview. We just hope your prediction come true. Saeed from Benin. Merci beaucoup.
Son number 1.
Yeah. This is Premier